Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It is Manchester United versus Liverpool. Absolutely massive game. And some people would say we've been waiting 2 weeks over this international break. I would say we've been waiting a lifetime for us to go to Liverpool and absolutely blast them away. I can't remember in my life as ever going there and beating them 3 or 4-0. I'm not saying that's going to happen today, of course. I would take 1-0, be very happy with it. But for a first time in a long time, I feel very confident that we can go and win there. And in the next minute or so, we are about to find out just how much ambition we have, just how much ambition Jose Mourinho is going to show in his team news from Manchester United. Lots of people joining us. Hello to Oski Land. Hello to GWF Freestyler. Zach MU, the moderator's on. Corey JT. Lots of people saying, come on United. This is what it's all about. It's absolutely massive. If you're waiting for the team news, there's a link in the video description for the One Football app. There is. Get it downloaded. It's on Android and it's on Apple. Really good, very fast with team news. And you can get it on there. We've also got a couple of polls to take part in as well. So download it there. Link in the video description. We're waiting for the team news. It's very exciting because this is going to dictate much of what we're going to be talking around for the next hour or so, because the team news really will. The talk is that Martial's going to start. I'll believe it when I see it, but more importantly for me and for all you lot, it's dictating or understanding what the tactics might be based on the team news that it is literally about to land any second. We know that Twansibi and McTominay are both part of the squad. I would be stunned if either of them were going to start, but for me, if one of them was going to be starting, it would have to be Twansibi. But I don't expect us to do anything other than a midfield two. Martial does start. I think that is potentially a 3-5-2. No Bailly at all. No Bailly at all. No Bailly at all. That's stunning. Absolutely stunning. So the team news is De Gea, Valencia, Jones, Smalling, Darmian, Herrera, Matic, Young, Mkhitaryan, Martial, Lukaku. My initial reaction to that is it's a 3-5-2 formation, but there is no Bailly, not even on the bench. Well, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? They're flying in. I'm sort of it's interesting to say the least. I wouldn't say I'm stunned. We've obviously had an injury there that we weren't all aware of that's been kept quiet because it's disappointing. It is disappointing. I'm personally not a hater of Smalling. I think he's competent, but obviously I'm fully aware that he is better. What have we done here? Bailly is better. So no Bailly is the team news as it comes in. Let me just update the team news for you and type it out for you. Give me the team news you get. There we go. It has to be an error from the MUFC staff. Bailly not included. Where is Tony V? Tony V's in there. Jones and Smalling. Please no negativity. Smalling's incompetent. You know what? I'm not going to be negative about that lineup. I cannot be negative because to me it looks like it's a 3-5-2. Obviously Darmian in there is a concern, but I think Darmian will be... This reminds me a lot of the team that played against Chelsea at Old Trafford. I think there's going to be a man marker in there, and I think that's the way we're going. Maybe that's a little bit too disrespectful for some, but too respectful to Liverpool. But the reality is you've got Martial and Lukaku starting, which many of us wanted to see. Herrera and Matic, obviously. No Mata, which is a bit of a shame. I'd agree with that. Mkhitaryan starting, little bit of a concern. Not turned up at home to people like Palace. So do we trust him in a game like this? Oh, my bloody computer's pissing me off. Sorry for the language. I just want to get the team news out. I can put the bench. I'm not really bothered about what the bench is, to be honest. So there's the team news going along. De Gea, Valencia, Jones, Smalling, Darmian, Herrera, Matic, Young, Mkhitaryan, Martial, Lukaku. The position Ashley Young is in the lineup may mean that he's not playing left wing back. I'm just trying to think, are we playing a back four? Herrera, Matic, Young, Mkhitaryan, Martial. Yeah, I don't know. The bench is Romero, Blind, Lindelof, Twansibi, Lingard, Mata, Rashford. So the bench isn't that strong. It's not that strong at all. We've obviously got the option of Rashford, which is good, but let me just get these players up and then we're done. Lindelof, Twansibi, Lingard, Mata. Should Mata have started? Should he have started? I don't know. Where's Bailly? Says Task Force 79. We don't know is the answer. Where is Eric Bailly? Answers on a postcard, because we don't actually know where he is. We were hopeful that he was going to start. We expected him to start. He hasn't started, and it's one of those, isn't it? Gonna have to crack on without it. So pretty much from the last game where we expected to lose Fellaini, we've also now lost our man Bailly. Lukaku was never going to be injured. No, don't agree with that. 352 says Antonio Melchi. I'll get back with you now. I've got the teams. Sean Webley says he's concerned. So why are we concerned? Why are we concerned? I'm not necessarily concerned. I'm not going to buy into that negativity. I'm very happy that Martial's playing. I think the Bailly injury is clearly out of our hands, and he probably would have played. And other than that, if you're not going to play Bailly, I would play Smalling. Darmian, I suppose the main concern is, and we're now not going to know till kickoff because there's not enough of an indicator there. For me, that could be a 3-5-2. It could be Darmian doing a man-to-man job, marking job on Coutinho, with Jones and Smalling dealing with their forward, and Ashley Young and the left wing back, and Valencia the right wing back, Herrera and Matic holding the midfield, Mkhitaryan at 10, Martial and Lukaku up front. If that's the team we're going with, I think we're going to win this game. The other interpretation is that it's not a 3-5-2, that it's left back Darmian against Salah. It's Valencia at right back, Smalling and Jones, and then Ashley Young will play front left front right with Martial front left, Lukaku up front, Mkhitaryan behind, then a midfield two. We will find out very, very soon how that's going to happen when the game actually starts. But for now, we're just going to have to sort of crack on with it. On that point, link is in the video description for One Football, who are partnering up with us for the Watchalong today. Free to download, really good app in relation to getting your latest United news. Just download it free, Android or Apple, and follow Manchester United, which is, I just wanted to see if we can get any sort of additional news around predicted lineup. What we can do is just have a very quick look. So Liverpool's lineup: Mingale, Gomez, Matip, Lovren, Marino, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Can, Salah, Coutinho, Firmino. So that's pretty much the team that's the team I predicted they would play, isn't it, in the preview? So, well, I don't really want any points for that, but that is the team. There's not really any news coming in yet in relation to what the lineup would be, but what we can do is you can go to matches. If you click matches, you click Liverpool versus Manchester United, you can predict who's going to win, and 69% of 103,000 people have voted on this. 69% have voted that United will win, 25% Liverpool. So massive confidence around Manchester United. You can cast your vote in that, link in the video description. Let's see what else we've got going on. I read a fantastic stat as well the other day that Manchester United without Fellaini aren't that good, but it was only a year ago that actually that wasn't the truth. So I'm a bit intrigued by that, but Daily Star, I don't want to know what they've done. We've got it off there. I'm more interested to see if anyone's put any news up yet about what or how we might be lining up. We've got the formations, but yeah, we'll come back to that. Might be some more in a little bit. But the link in the video description, that's where I get all my United news at the moment, to be fair, from One Football. Download it, cast your vote, and get involved. They'll also have a live tacker as well. They've got a live tacker for the match. If you go into the matches bit, they'll have got live commentary updates as well, which we'll be clicking into during the game. Look at MUFC Twitter, says Leon Perkins. Why? We've already got the team news. And Martial starting is a big positive, isn't it? Where's my boy Eric Bay, says Active Dan. He must be injured. Rashford's injured, says John Smith. Well, Rashford's on the bench. Rashford's picked up a knock, says Dammy. And Martial has an extra eye, says Sandy. That's so he can see more people. It's a 3-4-3, says Pankaj. Maybe. Why is it showing Europa League? I don't know what you're on about. Bayes confirmed on United Twitter, says Zach MU. Right, okay, let's go back to that. See one new tweet. Eric Space sustained an injury while on international duty, and Marcus Rashford picked up a knock with England. So the curse of the international break strikes again. Thanks for that, Zach, and everybody else. So yeah, well, we knew Bailly was injured. We knew Bailly was injured 10 minutes ago when he wasn't on the team news. It was 100% inevitable. You know, there's just no way. He might have been dropped. It would have been odd, but he would have been on the bench. For him to not be in part of the squad, he's definitely got himself a knock, hasn't he? Which is, you know, so international break. We've had Lukaku touch and go. We've now got Rashford with a knock, Bailly out, Fellaini out. Well, international breaks, they're fantastic things, aren't they? So Liverpool can moan all they like, but at the end of the day, I'm just listening to Mourinho. So Mourinho basically saying that international breaks are crap, which is what we all know. So no Rashford injured on the international break. Same for Bay, same for Fellaini. He was asked the question about Ashley Young. I don't know whether everybody listened to that. Valentino saying Young in midfield, because Sky basically tried to indicate, oh, Ashley Young's going to play further forward. But the way I interpreted Mourinho there, and I don't know whether you did either, is that he was saying he plays in his normal position, right back or left back. Now, if he's playing in his normal position of right back or left back, that means we're playing a 3-5-2. I really hope we play a 3-5-2. Look, at the end of the day, can there be... give me your thoughts on that team, because it's like Rashford is on the bench, exactly. In relation to the lineup, what are your issues with that lineup? Because if I look at it and I think, well, the formation is going to dictate to me what I really think of it. But the reality is that we have got 3 injuries compared to the game last week. We also don't have Pogba and Zlatan. We've lost Fellaini, we've lost Rashford for a knock, although he is on the bench, and we've lost Eric Bailly. So it is what it is. And Mourinho cannot do anything about that. His formation will dictate the way this game goes. But is Martial playing because Rashford's got a knock? Or is Martial playing because... Mourinho wants to play him? That's the thing that concerns me a little bit, because I was thinking, well, if Rashford's not got a knock, he's just opted for Martial, which is the way I would go with it. Edwin Castro says Darmian centre-back, Young left wing-back. My interpretation of that team, and it's going along the bottom of the screen for you now, is that with De Gea in goal, it could be Valencia right wing-back, Ashley Young left wing-back, Darmian, Jones and Smalling as 3 centre-backs, with one of them stepping out to man-man mark Coutinho. Herrera and Matic, midfield 2, Mkhitaryan in front of them, and then Martial and Lukaku as a front 2. That's how I would go. However, I think a lot of people are starting to lean towards it's De Gea in goal, Valencia right back, Darmian left back, Smalling and Jones centre backs, Matic and Herrera as midfield 2, Mkhitaryan ahead of them with Martial on the left, Young on the right, and Lukaku up front. So pretty much the team we've been playing all season, just Mata out for Young, and obviously Darmian comes in at left back, and obviously Smalling and Jones. So I don't buy into the negativity around the injuries. I just want to say that I think we've got injuries, but I still think our team's better than theirs, and I'm still very, very excited about it, and I still think we can win this game. I'm not negative at all about that lineup. I'm not negative about our chances being diminished by that lineup. It is unfortunate that Eric Bailly's out, but I'm not a Chris Smalling hater, as I said. I actually quite rate Chris Smalling, and I have done for a long time. I know he's got mistakes in him, but yeah. Nitesh says, get the OneFootball app back up and you'll see what the formation is. Thanks, Nitesh. Let's do that. Okay, so OneFootball, and let's get Manchester United news, matches. Okay, so they've got Liverpool playing a 4-3-3. Henderson, Wijnaldum, Can, Roberto Firmino, Philippe Coutinho and Mohamed Salah. I ain't worried about that. And then Manchester United, they've gone with this then. So David De Gea in goal, Valencia, Chris Smalling. It's the one I was just talking about there. That's what I've got, isn't it? That's what I just said. I reckon this is the formation we've pretty much been playing all season. So De Gea in goal, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Darmian, Matic, Herrera, Young, Mkhitaryan, Martial, Lukaku. You know, that team can win this game. That team can win this game. Let's not lie. That it can win this game. I know a lot of us like the 3-5-2. I like the 3-5-2, but that can definitely win the game. And it's the way that I'm just looking at Sky. They've gone with that as well. So I think that's pretty much how we're going to do it. I don't know, to be honest with you, look, when we look at the Liverpool formation, and they obviously play Salah on the right, my thought is Martial and Darmian, is Martial going to spend most of his game defending against Salah? Because if that's going to happen, what a waste of bloody time that is for Martial. He's one of the best attackers in the Premier League, and you're basically going to get him to cover Darmian all game because we're scared of Salah. Salah, for me, is no better than, as I said the other day, he's just an English Nathan Redmond. Sorry, an Egyptian. Does he play for Egypt? Nathan Redmond, a good winger, but he's not somebody that a player of the calibre of Anthony Martial should spend all his game marking. We need to push forward on them, and I just don't know whether that's the way we're going to play, because I actually think Ashley Young would be better on the Darmian side and Martial would be better on the Young side, because Valencia can deal with Coutinho and Young is better equipped to help Darmian out with Salah, who's the better winger for Liverpool. So I'm not convinced that's the way we're going to go. But everybody seems to think that it is. And again, there's the Liverpool thing. This is in the... somebody just asked there. So this is in the section on OneFootball app. If you follow in Manchester United, you won't get it in the team news there. It's in matches. You click on the Liverpool match. You get the lineups. And then when the game kicks off as well, you've got the live ticker, which will give you the game facts as it's going through. As I said, free to download. Link in the video description. Thanks to OneFootball for linking up with us on the Watchalong. And make sure you download it. The link's in the video description. And it's available on app and Android. And it was through OneFootball that we did the One Matter thing on Thursday, which will be going up on the video on the channel later in the week. Millap says Martial is better at cutting in from the right. I want to see, if Martial's going to play, I don't want to see him defending, and I think that is what we might see Martial doing a hell of a lot of, and we don't want to see that happen. I don't want us to see. I don't want to see. I know they're the home team, but I don't want to see us defending and using Martial as a left wing back. That would be the worst thing we can do. I mean, to be honest, everybody else can graft. Everybody in that team can graft. Martial, and Mourinho's done it in the past with Hazard. Martial should just be the Hazard of the United team today. He should be allowed to run free and let everybody else do the work. Matthew McFadden's made a contribution. Thank you, Matthew. Big regular on the channel. He says, mixed feelings about the lineup, to be honest. Glad Martial is starting with Mata and Rashford to come off the bench. Darmian is an atrocious footballer, though. He's my only real concern, and I hope it's a 3-5-2. Valid point. Goraf's just said 3-5-2 as well. Peter Doyle says that's why Darmian is in. Martial doesn't defend. AJ now says he's feeling the pressure. Why Darmian? He's terrible. It was always going to be Darmian, or it'd been interesting if Bay would have been fit, whether Darmian would have played. And a lot of that will be dictated to by what the formation is. But yeah, we'll see. I've just remembered something. Ross can't be with us today because he's on holiday. But what he has done, and it might work, is he sent me something that even I've not seen.
Hey Mark, how you doing? Apologies I couldn't Skype in today, but the internet in Santorini is absolutely dreadful, so I'm sending you a video from in the sea in Santorini, which I thought would be quite cool. But I just thought I'd give you my thoughts on the game today and what I think the score will be. And I'm going to go with 3-0 to United. I have heard a rumour that Martial's starting today. It's only a rumour. I'm sure we'll find out in due course. But I hope if that does happen that means we get Rashford as well, because we may get that Rashford, Lukaku, Martial front three that we all hope for and spoke about a few weeks ago as well. So hopefully that will be the line-up, and if it is 3-0, maybe even change it to 4-0 if we do get that magical front three. But as good as they are attacking-wise, I think that Mourinho's a much better tactician than what Klopp is, and I think that we'll shut him out, and I think we'll hit him on the break. And that's their tactics, and if we don't give them that and sit back, I just think that we're so punishing on that break. With Lukaku, you know, making their defence drop deep, they won't stand a chance. So that's what I'm going with. I found a little bar that sells Guinness, so hopefully we can keep up the tradition and go with United win. And hopefully everyone enjoys the game and enjoys the show today. Catch you later.
Thanks to Ross there. Live, was it Santorini? It's alright for some, isn't it? Yeah, he was right then. He obviously filmed that before the team news came in. Wouldn't have known about Bay or Rashford. But, you know, I'm still very confident. My confidence hasn't changed. And it's a three-stranded confidence, and it always has been. And it's based upon whether United are up for it, whether Mourinho's tactics are right, and whether we can keep the discipline that this referee could be an issue. And we're about to see. And let's not forget, you know, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about Liverpool, but apart from Coutinho, what have they got? I mean, Salah, Firmino and Coutinho, decent, I suppose, in a Premier League level, but the rest of their team, especially their back four, is there to be got at. And got at them we should do. Can't beat a Guinness, as Indy United. So Guinness is what Ross has been drinking for every game so far this season, and we've been doing very well. We don't want it to end. Actually, that's just reminded me as well. One thing that's worked really well for us this season, we've got 40 minutes to do it, is 1,000 likes on the video before kickoff. We've got 309 at the moment. It's literally just dropped into my head. Jeffrey Amanimobu has just made a contribution. Thank you to that, Jeff. He hasn't left us a question, which is a shame. So, but thank you very much, Jeffrey. If you want to make a contribution to the United Stand, it's a bit like Twitch, isn't it? You can contribute and leave a comment. It's the $ at the bottom of the live comments. It's not available in all countries, but I think it's available in a lot. If you do, make sure when you've made your contribution, you do leave a comment, and we'll give that a read out for you. The referee is Martin Atkinson Murray McCash. You're right. And yeah, let's get to 1,000 likes. I'm, you know, not massively superstitious, but I'll be superstitious on this one. I want us to win, and any little bit of extra we can take would be fantastic. We do have Flex at the game. He will be there at the game, and he is obviously going to be doing fan cams afterwards. So if you're on your way up to the game, you're probably well settled in, to be honest, by now. Make sure you take a look out for Flex at the end of the game, and give him a fan cam. That'd be great. Where is Eric Bay? Says Akash. He's injured, pal. He is absolutely injured. He's not part of the game, and it's a shame, but we'll do without it. Marcus will be joining me. Kreshnik says, long time, Mark. How are you, mate? I'm good, mate. Kreshnik, how are you? Annie Rude, I'm with you. He says it's a 5-3-2 because Mourinho said Ashley Young is playing as the left wing back. That's the way I interpreted Mourinho's comments about 20 minutes ago as well. I think it might. I'm still holding out. It's a 3-5-2. If we play 3-5-2 today and we don't win, by the way, but we play well and we still don't win, I'll put my hands up and say I was wrong. But I think that's the formation to win this game. I really, really, really do. And I hope I'm right, but you never know. We are away from home. We are at Anfield, but I am very, very confident that we can do it. Very confident. Please do it, Manchester United. Please do. So we'll look what else other people are saying. Their lineups. I'll go back to that in a minute for you. Salah is better than Rashford, said nobody apart from Nazir Arif, who's probably got his head stuck up his no. He's probably a Liverpool fan. Look, Rashford's not playing, so that sort of nonsense comment is pretty much out of question because we don't really care about it. We deal with what's on the pitch, and Rashford's not on the pitch at the moment. I'm sure he will be on the pitch at some point, but for now, it's no Rashford at all. And yeah, we'll crack on with what we got. Oh, come on. This is annoying. I have this little glitch on my computer that when I'm typing, it just goes off and does something else. It's had it for ages, but it's a decent computer, so I don't want to get rid of it, but it does my head in. Eric Bay obviously out, which is a shame. It's a big shame. I'm not drinking for the game, no. I had a few drinks last night. My head's a bit off. My score prediction's still 2-1 to United. I'd love us to blast. You know what? I ain't going to be greedy because all I want today is 3 points. I'm not going to be that greedy, but I would love us to blast them, absolutely obliterate them. Of course, I would love to see that happen, but yeah, look, I'm not going to be greedy about that. Let's see the way the game goes. But I would take 1-0 down, 1-0 now. What I wouldn't take is a draw. Summit says Mata should have started. Bay's out because he's injured. And Jeffrey's made another comment. He says, "Let's do it, Mark. Sorry I didn't comment on the previous donation." Well, thanks for the contribution again, Jeffrey, and I'm really pleased that you came back and gave us a comment. What formation are we playing, says Mark Young. That's the $1 million question at the moment. Some of us are still hoping it's 3-5-2, but some people think it's a 4-2-3-1 with Ashley Young playing on the right wing. We haven't actually seen Ashley Young start on the right wing, have we, for a long time? Or did he not do that recently? I think we did do it, didn't we? It's not happened that much, but I think it might have happened quite recently. John Smith says United fans are so deluded. Come back in a couple of hours, mate. Let's see how deluded we all are. Who do you think will score? Goldie says Luka. Funnily enough, Luka. I think Lukaku will score. And Akeem says Salah wouldn't be better than Martial even if Martial was in a wheelchair. And my man has money to spend, says Fresh King SG. Nice. Need to control the opening 20. They'll come at us like rabid rats, says Harper. And Matthew McFadden says, controversial, but if Darmian hadn't had a decent first couple of months at United, he would have gone down as one of the biggest flops ever. Which actually, you're probably about right. Red Devil Dylan says, we've lost this game already. Tell me the negativity. I'm not disrespecting the negativity, but tell me the negativity, because I don't really understand what or where it's coming from. Luke Renthal is another one to say it's a 3-4-3. I'm trying to figure out how the 3-4-3 works. So the 3-4-3, if it's a 3-4-3, would be Smalling, Jones, Darmian, Valencia, Young, Matic, Herrera, Martial, Lukaku, Mkhitaryan. Oh, Sir Alex Ferguson. Don't want to miss this. He's still, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson still looks like he could be manager now, doesn't he? The trouble with the 3-4-3 is that it's not really a 3-4-3. So if you had the three back at Jones and Smalling and Darmian, and then you had Macha, Herrera, Valencia, Young as the four, it's not going to be three. It would be a 3-4-1-2 because you'd have Martial and Lukaku. We don't want to play Mkhitaryan out wide. Mkhitaryan will definitely play centrally. So Moha says, park the bus, Mourinho. I'm scared. I don't think we can level that at Mourinho. I've got to be totally honest and stick up for him. I don't think that he's parking the bus. Maybe I've misinterpreted it, but I don't think we are parking the bus. I know some people might disagree with that and think that we are, but I don't see how we're parking the bus, because if you're parking the bus, would you really play Martial, Mkhitaryan and people like that? So no, I don't think we are parking the bus at all. Atul's not the person who made that comment by that. I mean, at all. I'm excited. I thought the team news was going to sort of give us a massive indication of what it's going to be. Look, if you've watched Watchalongs before, the way the Watchalong works is obviously we can't show you the game footage because that's illegal. So we watch the game, you watch the game, we'll have a timer up, we'll have the scores going up, and we'll be talking about the action, all of us, all together. I enjoy the Watchalongs. We've been doing them for probably about 18 months now, but this one is possibly one of the biggest ones we've ever done. It is huge because it matters so much. Really excited by it, and we're cooking. George Kyle says the proof will be in the pudding as to how we play. He's spot on, George. It really is. DJ M FIFA Mark 1 Football says it's a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, for those who are joining us a little bit late, remember we need 1,000 likes on this video before kickoff because it's a superstition. Van Hal's actually at Anfield, which is interesting, and Mourinho and Van Hal have just had a little bit of a chat. I didn't even think they got on anymore. Yeah, the link in the video description is for OneFootball. They've partnered up with us for this game. We partnered up with them in the week for a brilliant thing that we've got coming up on the channel next week, which is in relation to Juan Mata and his foundation. So that will be coming up for you next week. But in relation to OneFootball, let me get the thing up for you. So it's easy. It's free to download. It's on Apple and on Android. And I follow Manchester United on there because that's what I want to do. As you can see, we've got 28 minutes till kick-off and 45 seconds. So if you follow Manchester United, you click on Manchester United, it will give you all the latest Manchester United team news on there. Starting lineups. But throughout the week, you get all your transfers and everything like that. But what you want to do for the game is go to matches, click on Liverpool versus Manchester United. You'll get a live ticker during the game if you want to have that on your phone whilst you're watching the match with us, and it will give you all the updates. But the lineups are good. The overview, you can bet on who's going to win, and at the moment, United are getting 69% of the vote with 112,000 votes. I hope that is a good indication for us. And then you can get both lineups. There you go. Liverpool playing the 4-3-3 we pretty much predicted, but they've got United down as a 4-2-3-1. It could be that. It could be that. And I suppose if I was a betting man, I would say that it is. But I'm still holding out that it could be 3-4-2. And as Akesh says, it's a 3-4-3 convertible easy to a 3-5-2. And I think that's key. We spoke about that in the summer, didn't we? That United are probably one of the only teams this season that I've seen us play three formations pretty comfortably. And Mourinho has embedded that into the team, obviously with a lot of work in the summer, that we can just flip between training, between formations very easily. And that is a major asset. We've got plan A, we've got plan B, we've got plan C. Liverpool have only got a plan A. So, yeah, I'm very encouraged by this team, and I'm not negative about it. I think some people are, but I'm not. I think we can do it, and I think the first 20 minutes are key. So yeah, if you want to follow the live ticker, or you want to have a look at the lineups, or you want the latest Manchester United news, or you want to have a little bit of a prediction on how United are going to win, then you can do that. I just want to have a quick look actually at Crystal Palace Chelsea. This just intrigues me how people are voting. So I think Chelsea will win that, as the 92% of the people. Yeah, the system works. So I just wanted to make sure that people aren't stupidly voting. Ocean Man has made a contribution. He says it's a 3-4-1-2, Mark. Yeah, well, yeah, I can see the 3-4-1-2. I can see the 3-4-1-2. Yes, I can agree with that. Link in the video description for One Football. We'll be going back and forward to it throughout the game and having a look at live ticker and all that lot. So make sure you download it. Link in the video description. It's free. It's a really good app. I like being negative and being proved wrong. It makes me sweeter, says Indy United 99. Liverpool fans here love United, otherwise they would not be here, says Shane Thompson. Or it could be that Liverpool have zero content community on YouTube or Twitter. Or it's just very boring content, and that's why they come on the United stand, because they wish they could have a community like we have on the United stand of thousands of fans who say it how it is and are passionate about their club. We've already used it before, 3-5-2 against CSKA Moscow, says Tabo. Yes, it is. Salah comes inside a lot. He's not a natural out-and-out winger, looks to score goals. I suppose if you're playing Darmian at left-back against Salah and Salah likes to come inside, then he's going to come inside on Darmian's strong side, which is his right foot. So tactically, it's not a bad idea. Where is Bailly, says Risa Khan. So Bailly's out injured. We've only just discovered that, but it's a massive, massive day for Martial. And I hope he can turn it on, because it's a big, big game for us, and we need to win it. We need to win this game. At this moment in time, I don't accept a draw at all as the way we're going to go. I've just been sent something from Jamie via Twitter, at ZJamie. He says that it's a 3 with Smalling, Jones and Darmian. Valencia and Young are either side of Matic and Herrera, and then you've got Mkhitaryan, Martial, Lukaku. 3-4-3, you can interpret that as a 5-3-2 as well. 3-4-3 and 5-3-2, when you look at the personnel, is very, very, very close, because the 3 becomes a 5 when Valencia and Young drop off, and Mkhitaryan easily can drop in ahead of Matic and Herrera, and Martial can support Lukaku. So I think whatever formation we play today, it was never going to be rigid as a 3-5-2, because players are going to have to track back depending on how the game goes. The game could fall into our path, in which case we'll go on the front foot. Or Liverpool could be really up for it for the first half an hour, and we do have to get men behind the ball and just leave Lukaku up front. Tayyab says Liverpool are overrated. And MD Khalid makes a very good point. If we're confused, imagine what Klopp's thinking, which is very, very clever. It's 7 AM in Canada, says Najib, and the game hasn't started yet, Michael. Remember, if you are new to the United stand, I know we get a lot of new people watching for the watch-alongs. We are trying to get 1,000 likes. It's a superstition. We've been getting 1,000 likes before kick-off all season, and we've been winning a lot of games. So make sure you drop a like on the video. And also, if you are new to the channel, you have found a fantastic community, as I'm sure you're seeing with the live comments whizzing by already. We are live every single night, Sunday to Friday at 8 o'clock, with the live stream, with live comments up. We've got watch-alongs for every United game, which we go live an hour before every game with the team news, talking all the way through till kick-off, and then with you all the way through till full-time. Match reactions. Fan cams will be going up again this afternoon from Anfield. We're hoping to grab a couple of Liverpool fans as well. Hopefully they won't be celebrating. Flex is up there. What else have we got? We've got Red Rumours that goes up on a Monday at 1 o'clock, which is the week's Manchester United transfer in and out rumours and loan watch, which we do. There's loads of content. Basically, subscribe, get your notifications on with the bell, and get involved with what is a fantastic, made for the fans, by the fans, Manchester United community. And next week, you want to be subscribed to the channel. It is free. The little hologram in the bottom corner is how you do it. We're interviewing. We've already interviewed Mata. I've seen the video, and it's going up next week. So that's great. Lots going on. Who do I think is going to win? Manchester United. Yeah, I think Manchester United are going to win this. It's not as easy as saying we're at home to Crystal Palace and we're going to win it. That statement, there's total disparity between the two. We're going into the backyard of our biggest rival over the last 100 years, 50 years, however long you want to call it. They need to win. Their season's not going the way they want. We need to win because we want to be title contenders. But the reason I think United are going to win this is because I believe United are title contenders. And I believe when you look at the two teams and you look at the two managers, if Manchester United want to win this league, then they have to go to places like this, as hard as it is, and win. And I believe that we will do it. So that is why I am going for a Manchester United win. But it's not going to be easy. I am bubbling up inside. As I said on Twitter earlier, my arse is going like a rabbit's nose. It's twitching. But we can win this game of football. And I believe that we will. I really do. Let's hope we do it. I mean, what do you all think? What do you all think? I'll tell you what we're going to do as well now. It's one of my favourite bits on the watch along. We normally do it 10 minutes before kick-off. But let's do it right now. Let us know where you are in the world and what time it is. And we will give you all some shout-outs because it's my favourite part of the show. Let me give you a few seconds. If you're tweeting out on Twitter, the hashtag that you need to use is hashtag LIVMNU. LIVMNU is the hashtag for today. If you're tweeting out tweets, we do a few tweets as well. You can follow us at United Stand MUFC. And if you do have access to Twitter, there's a share button underneath this video. I'd be really appreciated if you could just click share and share the link on your Twitter account or your Facebook. That'd be really helpful. Let's help the United Stand grow. We've got over 2,000 people watching. I think we're going to get 1,000 likes before kickoff. In fact, we definitely will because we've got 20 minutes to do it, which everything's falling into place. In relation to that 1,000 likes, we've been getting 1,000 likes on every video, on every watch along before every game this season, and we've won a lot of them. So it's a big superstition. It's up there with Ross and his Guinness. Right, we've got Black Sheep. Yeah, we are going to get a microphone. It's early days, don't worry about that. And it's India for Shashank, and it is 20 to 5 in the morning. In Malaysia, it's 10 past 7 at night. And Manuel's in East Timor, and he says it's going to be 2-0. It's 10 past 9 at night in Hyper Beast 350's Australia, Queensland. It's 10 past 7 in the US, says Paul Morrell. It's morning in Dubai, says XG Robbie. Macaulay's in Morecambe. And Ocean Man is in Malta. Mike Mikel is in Germany, and they're an hour ahead. It's 10 past 1. In Mumbai, it's 1 minute past 12. In Newcastle, it's 10 past 12, just the same as it is here in the Midlands for Wacky 04. George Carl says he's behind Mark's chair. Again. And Manchester United fan in Liverpool, and it's 12:10 AM, says Red Stunner 222. If anybody's actually at the game today, remember to go and seek Flex out after the game. He'll be down the United away end, taking your fan cams. Phillips in Dublin says, sorry, Caroline's in Dublin. Caroline McDowell. I really hope. I've said if we win the league, we're going to do Dublin United Stand celebration end of May. Start of June before the World Cup. We'll book a pub out, one of my favourite pubs, and we'll give you lots of notice, and we'll have a United Stand to get together in Dublin. That's on the cards. Really looking forward to it. Red Devil Podcasts in Nottingham. Dublin, Nottingham. Big ties for me. We've hit 1,000 likes, which is great. Danny Green says we should counter-attack. They only they want to play fast counter-attack against us, so beat them at their own game. Jay Hart's been watching from Australia for the last 7 weeks, early hours in the morning. Hats off to those who watch it all year round. Western Australia for Kyle Patel, and it's 12 minutes past 7. So it's a good kick-off time if you're down that side of the world. I remember somebody saying that before. Lunchtime kick-offs really are good if you're down in Australia and New Zealand and Malaysia and places like that. But if you're in Toronto or America, it's 10 past 7 in the morning. I think the worst people, or I say not the worst people, that we've all had to get up at silly times, haven't we? It's 12 minutes past 6 in Jamaica. And did somebody say in India it's the middle of the night as well? Abu Dhabi, it's 10 past 3. And the reason I do this is, one, I'm very nosy, and two, it gives you lot an indication of just what just what a great community we have on the United Stand worldwide, but also Manchester United. The main thing, Manchester United, the vast majority is Manchester United fans, aren't we? And it just shows that what a global club we are. And the United Stand's always been a global channel, which reminds me, Monday night at 8 o'clock is our Skype show where you can all Skype in and have your say. United Stand's massive on that. That's why we've always have a live comment section on all our videos, and that's why we do the Skype show, so that you can call in and have your say wherever you're from. Every fan of Manchester United counts. We're a global supported club. It's not just about living in Manchester. Massive game this. We are 17 minutes. I remember when we were 17 days away from this, so 17 minutes away is very, very exciting. 10 past 4 in the morning, says Washington State. We need a win, says Wobot. And yeah, a lot of people saying we're going to win. Mark, do you think Mkhitaryan will perform? Says Albert Ahmed. I really hope so. I really do. I'm still going to talk to you. I've just remembered I need to get my earpiece in because another thing. Have they got?
Almost. Okay. Mummy's just getting ready.
We got Mad Marcus will be joining me in a moment, which is great. Let me get that on there. Right. Remember, just before, we're not too far away from kick-off now. I'm going to do it another time, just so everybody is aware of it. Let me get that done. One Football, link in the video description. The reason I want to sort of give that another mention is because I know some of you are not able to watch the game, and we will certainly keep you updated with what's going on with the game, but it's sometimes hard to give you absolutely everything that's going on. So one of the things that you really should do, link in the video description for One Football. Follow Manchester United on there. That will give you all your latest Manchester United news. But what you want to do, I follow Manchester United. That's your latest Manchester United news. It's like a tacker, and it gives you everything that you need to know on there. Red Devils explain Bale and Rashford absences, which are injury. But if you go to matches, you click on Liverpool versus Manchester United. You can vote on who United are going to win. 69% of 116,000 people think United are going to win. You can get your lineup, which will give you your team news for Liverpool and how they're lining up, and Manchester United. I'm not sure that's right, but maybe it is. But most importantly, you got your live ticker. When the game kicks off, it will start to update with what's, literally minute by minute what's going on, which is really, really useful. We will go to it through the game just to see what sort of stuff they're putting up on there. But the link in the video description is there for that. Download it, it's free. And One Football working with the United Stand today, which we're really appreciative of because we worked with them in the week, and we've got Juan Mata coming on the show next week because of One Football and his great initiative where we think he's given 1% of his wage every week to an initiative, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We've hit 1,000 likes, so I don't need to tell you about that. But yeah, Skype Goldbridge on a Monday night's really good. We're live every night at 8 o'clock apart from Saturday this week. We normally do it, but I just can't do it this week. But from next week we will be back doing it. But yeah, the Skype shows where you can call in. So make sure you've clicked that subscribe button, bottom right hand corner, and you've got your notifications on because we've got fan cams will be going up after this game. We're live all the way through till full time. Then I'll do my match reaction. Flex will do his match reaction from Anfield, and then the fan cams will be going up. So you need to have your notifications on and subscribe on because when they go up, they'll be quite sporadic, but you'll get notifications when they go up. And we're hoping to get a couple of Liverpool fans, which if we win, will be absolutely hilarious. Marcus, can you hear me?
Hi, mate, you alright?
I'm good, thanks. I'm just going to pop to the toilet. So give us your thoughts on the team news and introduce yourself. I know you're a very confident individual. And I'll just have a toilet break and then I'll be back to talk to you. But yeah, big team news and your interpretation of the formation.
Okay, yeah, right. Team news then, let's have a look. Valencia, Jones, Smalling. Right, so it looks like we've gone for... It could turn into be a 3-5-2. It could be, a 5 at the back, seeing as Ashley Young's in there as well. I'm quite content with the team, as it looks to me, as it's going across the bottom of the screen. Nice to see Herrera getting the game. Mkhitaryan looks though, by the way it's laid out, it looks like he's going to be the number 10. Martial starts, which makes sense because of Rashford playing in the internationals. So yeah, I agree with that. I think it's good for manoeuvrability. It's good for changing. Yeah, I think I'm quietly confident. He climbs a tree, but he gives us a lot of glee. Cheers, Sandy. Yeah, I'm quietly confident. I'm going to go with a 4-0 United win, going with the results that we've been having at the minute. Yeah, I'm very, very confident in this game. I don't think there's anything to worry about. Liverpool are without Mane, which is a big plus for us. George says it's 4-2-3-1. It's got a lot of, well, I mean, you could take it until they're actually out on the pitch. They could be going as anything, could they? Really, with Ashley Young in there, Darmian's in there. So yeah, I mean, until it's actually out on the pitch, we don't know. 4-0 United win. Yeah, I'm going with a 4-0, George, purely because it's in theme with the results so far this season. A lot of the games that we drew last season, we've been absolutely smashing the teams this season. So, yeah, 4-0. I think it's going to be an absolute battering, and it's about time we give Liverpool a battering and put them in their place. Anyway. So, every day is the same, says form goes out the window. It does in these games. Jack Boy, Marcus, my G, thank you. EXG Robbie, 4-0, you crazy like my mum. I'm very much a positive person when it comes to United. I do think that this could be a game where United really go to it and start on the front foot and put the game to bed. And I really don't think that Liverpool's back four is anything to be worried about. With Martial and Lukaku up there, if they're going to do the two up front, I think it'll tear them apart. I really do. Who has Liverpool got in defence? Does anyone know? Is it Lovren and Matip in there? Let's take some comments then. The only problem is United are crap in the early game. Every day is the same. Yeah, they're not the best, are they, in early kickoffs? It tends to make things a little bit more nervous for us. But with Mourinho in charge, you know, stranger things have happened in football.
You're not confident then, Marcus?
I am confident, mate. I'm very confident. I was just saying, I think it's going to be a 4-0 job.
You know what? I don't want to be greedy because it's. I'll take 1-0 now.
Yeah.
But I've never seen United go into Anfield and absolutely annihilate them. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'd bloody love it if we did. We're capable of doing it. It comes down to three things, which I'm going to bore everybody with again. It's down to Mourinho's tactics. It's down to the players' efforts, because you've quite rightly said international break, early kickoffs can be quite poor. Yep. And then the third thing is about the ref and how he referees it, because if he's a home banker, I said banker, not were, that makes it difficult. And those three things go our way, we could run out very, very comfortable winners. But I look at their team, it doesn't worry me, but Liverpool are our biggest rivals. It's at Anfield. That'll be a great leveller for them.
I do think that, as I was saying to the comments, the theme so far this season is that games that we played last season where we've drawn 0-0 or 1-1, we've tended to gone out and battered them 3 or 4-0 this season. And I think with the games against Liverpool last season, we know we went to Anfield, got a point, and correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the game at Old Trafford 1-1 as well?
It was.
Yeah, so I just think in a superstitious way, I think this could be a 4-0 purely for that. But the only thing that does bother me, it's not Liverpool as a team, it's the referee. And I really hope that the referee doesn't make the game about him, where he sends off someone for a stupid tackle that, should only really be a yellow or a warning. I don't want him to put his stamp on the game early. Just let the game flow. Everyone, especially in this country and around the world, is excited for this game. And it is a shame that it's a 12:30 kickoff. Would have preferred it at 4 o'clock. But yeah, hopefully the referee doesn't make his mark and destroy it, because it should be a great spectacle, especially for the neutrals.
Yeah, I'd agree, and I hope that the referee doesn't ruin it. But look, I've had, as I said probably an hour ago now, since we went live, I said at the start, I'm very confident we're going to win this game, and there are a lot of people, a lot of Liverpool fans who follow the United stand, and I know that because when something goes wrong, we get about 2,000 retweets of tweets that have backfired, and they're all ready. They're ready to beat us today and mock us, going, look at your confidence. But I won't retract that confidence, because if United turn up and they play the way they should do, we will win this game. Or the referee plays fair. The only way I see us losing this game is if players don't turn up, we get the formation wrong, which I don't expect Mourinho to do against Klopp, or the referee messes it up. It's like Chelsea, isn't it, in the FA Cup? We should have won that game. The referee sent Herrera off after half an hour and destroyed it. So I'm not saying we're definitely going to win. Of course we can lose, but if everything goes the way it should do, then we'll win this game. And I really, really hope we do, because the City have got such an easy game today at home to Stoke. We want to stay in touch with them, and mentally, it's got a lot of players out injured as well. Bay's an important player. Pogba's an important player. Zlatan is important, but he's not been playing this season. Fellaini, for whatever anybody thinks, Fellaini scored 2 goals in the last game. He's not there, and I think Fellaini would have been an asset today. So we've lost 3 big players again. For a big game, and it would be a massive mark of what Mourinho's done to this team if we go and get the result there today. Playing in grey, I thought we were going to be playing in black.
I thought black as well, to be honest, but when
that worries me. That grey kit worries me. It makes me think of Southampton.
But going to the game, I really do hope. I mean, someone mentioned in the comments there it's the same referee that refereed the West Ham game, and apparently he did all right there. But you've always got to remember, referees for United game, I don't know what it's like to you, Mark, but they always just seem to not give United the easy decisions. Yeah, we know as fans when we're watching a game, we should have had a free kick for this, or that should have been a card for the opposing team. But when United's in town, everything changes.
Yeah,
and
especially
and referees would like to make their mark on this game. And hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully the game is not decided by a dodgy decision, like a penalty, or, the game's not ruined by a sending off. So hopefully these teams, they go at it. They're in the 2 teams fighting for the Premiership according to the bookies. So let's go at it. Let's have a good game, and best team wins on the day.
Yeah, I mean, some Liverpool fans seem to think Martin Atkinson's pro-United. I can tell them for a fact he's not. He's messed us around so many times over the years. The reason Liverpool fans want to say he's a United, favours United, is because they sent Gerrard off. Because he was 5 yards in front of Gerrard stamping on Herrera. I mean, it would have been incompetence if he hadn't sent him off. And like Marcus said, everybody knew that was Gerrard's last game, really, against United. And Atkinson is a referee like that. He would have seen that and gone, whoa, I'm going to get a lot of publicity for this, and that's he is one of those referees who are like that. But having said that, hopefully, if a decision goes that way for United, he might give it. But I do think you've got to expect that anyway. When we play Chelsea at the start of November, I would expect in that environment you expect the referee to be a bit of a home banker. It's the way things go. But discipline is what United need to be. Herrera, we've not really touched on him today. I spoke about him quite a lot during the week. He's not been playing, but we know what he's capable of. But he needs to be disciplined. You don't want to see Herrera picking up a silly yellow card early on.
No, that's right, and he is. I suppose whether you say he's got a reputation for picking up the yellows, there might be a tactic from Klopp here saying to his players, we know Herrera's got a history of picking up the yellow cards for silly tackles. Try and make him tackle you and use your skill and get him a yellow card early. And that will be the home crowd then getting on the referee's back to make sure he puts his stamp on the game. And that's what we don't want. We want to see a good, free-flowing game where the 2 big teams are going at it, and form goes out the window with these games. It is a derby, so best team wins, and hopefully Lukaku and Martial as well can really put in a good performance against the big clubs.
Yeah, and let's not forget that spine that we always go on about: Lukaku, De Gea, Matic. You know, another thing as well. Imagine who would have thought we'd be going confidently to beat Liverpool with Smalling and Jones at centre back. I mean, I like I like Smalling. I've always liked him. I know you don't. And Jones, I've always been a bit unsure about because of his injury record. But at the moment, I know Bailly being out's a concern, but I'm not massively concerned about it. Yeah, we're not as strong as we could be, but there we go. There's 3,000 of you watching. I'm sure some of you are new. Make sure that you click the subscribe icon in the bottom right hand corner and join the United Stand. We've got content every day, 8 o'clock at night. We've got Matter on the show next week. We've got Skype shows on Monday at 8 o'clock live at the night for you to call in. Loads and loads of stuff. Live comments on the screen. We are the biggest Manchester United independent fan channel, and it is all about fan opinion on here. So get involved, get subscribed, and you found a fantastic community. So just get involved with it, and we'll keep you updated with what is going on. If you're unable to watch the game, just very, very quickly, because we're very, very close to kick-off. If you're unable to watch the game, there's a link in the video description for the One Football app, and I'll do it. I've got time to do it. It's free to download. It's on Android and Apple, and the way it works is, can I do it? Have I got time? Have I got time? Have I got time? We have got time. Just go to, you follow Manchester United, but you want to go to Matches, Liverpool v Manchester United, live ticker, and it will update everything that's going on during the game. That's the link in the video description for that One Football app. But I need to start the game because this game is about to kick off. It's here. What's your score prediction, Marcus?
I'm sticking with the 4-0, mate. I really do think it's about time we give Liverpool a battering and put them in their place now.
Yeah. Well, I'm going 2-1 United.
Yeah. You're going to take the easy route then, yeah?
I ain't going to be greedy. I think we could do 4-0. I also think any result's possible because it's a derby. It is a derby. It's more important than the City game. But we're off. We're off. Smalling's just won a header, and someone like Mkhitaryan's got to have a big game today. I like Mkhitaryan. I thought it was a fantastic signing, but I think this season he's just not grasped opportunities enough, and he was poor against Crystal Palace at home. So I'm quite surprised. Well, it shows you the faith that Mourinho has in him, that in a game like this, he goes for Mkhitaryan, who's not been playing particularly well, over Mr. Consistent Matter. But, you know, he's got to turn up today, Mkhitaryan, for me. As has lots of other players. But I think Matic will be very important. Hopefully Herrera. Martial, I want to see him attacking. But United, we're not even a minute in, but at the moment, United are the team.
We're on the front foot, and that's great to see. Playing at Anfield, we know it's going to be it's going to be a hostile environment for us. And they say the best form of defence is to attack.
We just need to be careful of Liverpool on the break. But my first thought, I'm trying to figure out, and it's hard because United are on the attack, is the formation. So get comments in, everybody. Claude says it's a 3-4-3. Ashley Young's definitely playing on the right, so we know it's not a 5-3-2. Another corner for United. It's a poor cross from Mkhitaryan, to be honest, but we've got another opportunity to put it in. We've got a minute and a half out of the way straight away anyway, keeping them in their own half, which is good. I don't fear this Liverpool team. I just want to make it very clear. I do not fear this Liverpool team. But anybody can win a football game in the Premier League. You know, anything can happen. But when you look at the 11 against the 11, we did the combined 11, and I put Coutinho and Mane were the only two players I put in the United 11 and a combined 11. Mane's not even playing today, so.
Joe, I think if Herrera does a good job on keeping Coutinho quiet, there is no threat, I don't think, from Liverpool at all. I mean, we know that Coutinho, he pulls the strings in that Liverpool side. He's the playmaker. He makes things happen. Yeah, they've got Salah. He's got a bit of pace about him. But I don't think he's all that clinical.
To me, it looks like a 4-4-2, you know.
Well, I mean, people in the comments saying 3-4-3. Sky Sports had it up as a 3-5-2.
It's really hard. I'm going to tell you what, this first few minutes, it's very hard. Lukaku's up front. Martial's playing on the left. That was an odd. Herrera's just played a silly pass because he thought Martial was going to run. So you've got Young playing on the right. Matic and Herrera, obviously. Martial on the left, Young on the right. Mkhitaryan as a number 10, sort of behind Lukaku. I think it's pretty much the formation we've been playing.
It's very hard because, I mean, it'll come down to when we got the ball and when we're going on the attack, you know, how we're going to attack. I mean, Mkhitaryan's there, he's pushing up a little bit further than Lukaku was. And then without the ball, it looks like it's a 5 at the back.
Yeah, well, it started off comfortable for United, I would say. Liverpool just don't look. We're only 3 minutes in, but they just don't look like they are anything. But you know, long way to go. Coutinho, Valencia will have in his pocket, says Curry, JT. Yeah, get making your little images for that. Hopefully, you'll be celebrating. I mean, Coutinho's very deep at the moment.
I mean, the thing is, you could say Liverpool are a one-man team because without Coutinho, they are, well, they're ordinary anyway, but they look even more ordinary. Whereas with us, we've got, you know, 3, 4, maybe even 5 players that are a threat going forward. So it's going to be very hard for Liverpool to like mark our players when we're going forward. Whereas for us, it's going to be pretty simple: stop Coutinho, and that's it.
Well, we look well organised and pressing well.
Yeah, we do. I mean, you know, let them have the ball there. Let them strike it around the halfway line. It's no danger to us.
To me, it already looks like the way we sort of wanted it to be. That scenario whereby, yeah, we'll press, we'll be organised, and if we get the ball, we'll advance fast. And we've not had the opportunity to do that yet, but we're intercepting a lot of ball. Phil Jones has just intercepted it well and gives it back to De Gea. But Herrera just did a silly little tackle. Actually, he needs to. You know, we don't want to see many of those because I think if he does another one, he'll go in the book.
Oh yeah, Martial's off here. Unlucky.
He is away.
Yeah.
Tries to get a shot away, and that's blocked.
So looks like we're going down the right hand side again.
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you play Darmian, isn't it? It's a shame because with Ashley Young at that left back position, we were getting. In fact, I think our last 6 Premier League goals have all come down the left hand side. It's unfortunate for Martial that he's going to have to play with. There's a cross in here. I think Lukaku might have been offside anyway. Martial's starting, but yet again, he's probably not going to get the service from Darmian, who again is another player for United who's got to have a big game. Darmian.
Yeah.
It's Liverpool in the counter here.
These players that aren't getting in our first team, they've really got to show that when they're called upon, they can do a job here.
Liverpool has sort of had a half chance there. I wouldn't agree that it was close. Somebody just said, Jack Boyd just said it was close. Firmino stands Phil Jones up, puts a cross in. Liverpool player gets there first, but he gets 0 connection on it really, and it just rolls through to De Gea.
Good bit of play here down the right. Ashley Young and Mkhitaryan linking up well. Oh, unlucky, nearly to Lukaku in the box.
I think you're about 5 seconds ahead of me, Marcus, if you'd mind.
Ooh. All right, I'll keep quiet then.
Or you can pause it, it's up to you.
Yeah. So
I don't know how that's happened. It just seems to be wherever you're based, you get slightly quicker. He's played it on there. Darmian's a bit out of position, well back by Martial, and I hope the referee's not going to book Matic for that. He said play on.
Yeah, he should be alright with that. It looks like Liverpool pressing us quite high, trying to make us make mistakes. So far, it's not working.
We're the away team, so I'm not. And when you've got Lukaku up front, if you feel a bit of pressure, just hit a long ball every now and again. It relieves the pressure on the back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Martial getting back and defending. We're going to win, says Andrew Adams. So maybe look, Martial's probably playing today because Rashford's got a knock. if Martial, I think, I don't know what you think, Marcus, and then everybody at home, but I think if Martial was genuinely starting this game, he wouldn't be playing the position he's playing today. I think we would have gone with 2 up front, and I think Martial's playing because he's fitter than Rashford, and I think Martial's performance today is going to be a lot of defending.
Yes.
And in a way, if he does that well, Mourinho will probably appreciate that more than he would what he did against Burton, where he was, attackingly brilliant. So here we go. Young, I think he will keep it in. He did well, and no, Liverpool have kept it in. It's not quite gone out for a corner. A bit unlucky. Darmian does well on Salah. There's something about Salah, I just don't like him.
No?
Don't like the look of him. Looks like a rat.
That's one way of describing him.
Have you ever seen that film Ratatouille? It looks a bit like that to me.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm probably just saying that because he plays for Liverpool. There's not a lot of endearing players that I like for Liverpool, to be honest. It's inherited from years and years of disliking them. But there is always, as I said last night, look, I don't like Liverpool, but they don't like United, and the reason we don't like each other is because there are similarities in relation to success. Not in the last 20 years, but Liverpool were successful at one time. It's hard to find the evidence of it, sometimes on the History Channel, but they still believe they're a big club. Well in, 2 United players, referee gets right in the bloody way, and Liverpool win it back.
Yeah.
Atkinson cheating already.
But at least the game is flowing.
Yeah.
That is one of the main things that I was concerned about, that he was going to blow up for everything, but he's not. He's done a good job.
Yeah.
In the first 10 minutes.
Formation are we playing? Says George Papadopoulos. We are playing definitely a flat back 4 with Valencia and Darmian, Jones and Smalling. And then, it really, for me, it's a 4-4-2. I know some people want to call it a 3. It's not. It's definitely not a back 3. We've got a back 4. For me, it's a 4-4-2. Mkhitaryan sort of playing off Lukaku, and Martial and Young. Left Martial, right Young, and then obviously Herrera and Matic in the midfield.
I think there'll be a big...
Look disgusting. All them fans swearing at Martial when he's 2 metres away because it's not a throw-in. There really is some cretinous people out there in football, isn't there? I hate that. I can't understand the people who just abuse other players like that so violently and aggressively. It's a sad state of affairs.
Joe, it's going to be really interesting to see how Matic does today as well.
Yeah, Matic is a bit... I said that last night. I said, look, the one thing that we have got in this midfield is Matic and his experience of running a midfield. It just reminds me of what Carrick was like for 10 years. Really doesn't shirk under the pressure.
We must have a lot of Liverpool fans in the chat today.
Well, they don't really have any content of their own, do they?
Well, no, that's right, yeah.
Nothing on the level of the United Stand community, anyway. United are playing in grey, Aditya, which surprised me. I thought we might play in black. Well, in Jones, we're making some good interceptions at the moment. I'd say first 5 minutes, United probably slightly in the ascendancy in the way we were keeping hold of the ball. We've not really kept hold of the ball that well for the last 7 minutes, but we're comfortable. For anybody, let me just show you. I'll show you this now while we've got a bit of break in play. If I can. Which I can. This is good. You'll like it. If you are not able to watch the game, if you go to the OneFootball app, link is in the video description. It's on Apple and Android. Make sure you follow Manchester United, which is what I do. Yeah, that's fine. But click Matches, which is down here. And Valencia's cleared it. Click Manchester United versus Liverpool. You can see the lineup, which is wrong. No, that's Liverpool. Sorry. That's probably about right. They've adjusted it. I think that is pretty much the way we're playing. But if you're not watching the game, this is quite good. They've got a live ticker there, so you can sort of see what's going on. So Matic finds himself with the ball at his feet on the edge of the United box and shoots, and it was a rubbish shot. But that's in the video description, and you can get a live ticker there on your phone if you're not getting enough commentary from us, which we can't really give you commentary because it'd be really boring, but we can certainly keep you up to date with what's going on. And at the moment, it's Liverpool who are having a good bit of. That's in the link in the video description if you want to get one football. They're having a good bit of possession at the moment without really doing too much. And we're not far off, Marcus, that first magic 20 minutes where, you know, Liverpool certainly don't have us on the back foot or anything like that. I remember being at Anfield in the past and, you know, they'll have a good 20 minutes where you're on the ropes. When, you know, we're in the middle of the ring. We're nowhere near the ropes at the moment.
No, we're not. It's still... I mean, we're showing, when we're going forward, we're showing the intent to get a ball in there to Lukaku. Liverpool just have not found, apart from that half chance in the first 5 minutes, that Liverpool haven't really threatened us in any way, shape or form. We're letting them have the possession at the halfway line. Saying that, they're coming in here. Oh, Dave saved that quite comfortably from Wijnaldum.
Decent chance for Liverpool there, but they sort of got away from our midfield too, and we're running at the back four. Wijnaldum cutting inside Darmian, too easy really, and shot comes in, but De Gea's well sighted and no problems. Wasn't.
I mean, apart from that, there is nothing that's really any threatening to us at all, and I've not been too impressed by Liverpool actually. I thought they would have come out of blocks, being the home team, really try and get us on the back foot straight away, but they haven't. They seem to be content holding possession.
Sports HQ says, why are we parking the bus? We're not. And Jack Boy says we look nervous. Well, I think I was just about to say that. I wouldn't say there's similarities between the game at Anfield last year because Liverpool were on a high. We weren't doing so well and we parked the bus and got a 0-0. But Anfield was very quiet and it feels like that again. I don't know. I remember Anfield used to be a real cauldron. I don't know whether they're just unsure about this Liverpool team and Klopp and they want to be entertained a little bit more than they are, but it's certainly not a pressure cooker. But then, as we've said, it's Saturday lunchtime after an international break and these games can sort of get too hyped up. But United need to do more in this game. I think we can all agree with that. Herrera's intercepting well, and as is Matic, but their ball out of midfield could be a little bit better.
Martial's done well there.
Here. Good block, well done, Martial. That was Martial back there. Brilliant bit of defending. Needs a bit of help now. Yeah, we're not. What United are not doing very well at the moment is we're intercepting well. It was a really good tackle by Martial. Brilliant tracking back. But we're not. When we've won the ball, we're not keeping it.
But I would expect us, the longer the game goes on, the more we're going to get into the game and the more nervous Liverpool will get. So I don't think it's too much of a problem at the minute because they're not really come at us and threatened us. But in the same time, I mean, we've not had a shot at their goal yet. Mignolet's not had to make a save, I don't think.
I think United defensively are doing very, very well. But what we do need to be a little bit careful of in these sort of games is we're 20 minutes in now and we're all saying we're being a little bit too wasteful with the final ball. How long do we get away with that being just, we need to settle into the game, to the pattern of the game is starting to build and we start talking about...
How is that a foul to Liverpool? Good God.
Oh dear. So Valencia's attacking down the right-hand side. Ashley Young's trying to get away from Emre Can and he gives a foul against Ashley Young on Emre Can, even though they're nowhere near the ball. Mourinho's not happy with it either.
I mean, there we go. There's the first sign that the ref's on Liverpool's side straight away.
I've only been doing the United stand for 3 years. I've hated Atkinson for many years. I think he's an absolute joke of a referee. And
Salah should have been booked there for simulation, surely.
Yeah. See,
he's done nothing about it.
Couple of incidents there are not good for United. They'll start to get the Liverpool crowd up a bit. And Mkhitaryan's disappeared again, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's gone quiet. But that's to be expected, isn't it?
People talk about Darmian. Look, Darmian's a decent squad player and we haven't got Bailly, but I don't know. Mkhitaryan just worries me.
He's not showing. He's definitely not showing the form that he's shown at Dortmund.
AJ Bullet says Liverpool starting to dominate the ball. I don't know about that. I thought that was a foul by Firmino and Martial, to be fair, but
yeah,
we ain't getting anything at the moment. Deep breath, everybody. Still 0-0. We're not losing because of this ref at the moment, but he's making some dodgy decisions. Speculative effort from Firmino there, straight at the goalkeeper. I would like to see this Salah move back, because if it's not a free kick, it's a dive.
Yeah, it's a dive, definitely.
Yeah, he treads on Darmian's foot.
Mm. I think we just need to get hold of the ball in the midfield and just string some passes together.
As Greg says,
Martial. What on earth is this ref doing?
Martial is... that's awful from Mkhitaryan there. Absolutely, sub him off. Absolute joke. He's got a 50-50 with Salah, and he doesn't bother. He doesn't bother with it at all. Get him off. This is not the game for Mkhitaryan. If he can't be bothered to put a tackle in like that, and he bottles it, disgrace.
I mean, even beforehand, that was a foul on Martial, surely.
Yeah. You can't carry people like Mkhitaryan in a game like this. He's either got to turn it on big style in the attacking sense. You've got to battle. Liverpool are starting to take control now, which is a bloody shame, because they're not that good. The good cross there, no one in the middle for Liverpool. Bit worried at the moment, because we're...
Yes, Chad, I'm still sticking with 4-0. Definitely.
We've done nothing in an attacking sense at the moment, though. It's to be fair, it is. I mean, if Salah's got his head turned on there, that cross from Firmino, he could have been on the end of it, and it did sort of catch Darmian's arm. Would have been a harsh red card. I'm sure if Atkinson had seen it, might have given it. But we need to improve our final ball here. It's been shocking.
I think we've weathered the storm the first 20 minutes. So now let's put our game and see how Liverpool cope with it. Let's just get hold of the ball, get some passes together, stop being so nervous. With the away team, the onus is on Liverpool as the home team to come out and try and put us to sleep, put us to bed. So they haven't done it so far.
Yeah, long way to go.
I mean, Phil Jones has been pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, I think the defenders are done all right.
Yeah. Right, Martial. Right, finally, free kick, Martial.
Yeah, it was a free kick as well.
Yeah. So,
I'm still fuming from that bloody. It was probably not a lot of people would have seen it, but it was Salah started on a run in his own half, and he lost control of it. And Mkhitaryan, any player with anything about them, would go and win it, and he just didn't bother. And Salah then went on running for about 30 yards. They're the sort of things that really annoy me, because you've got to be on. He's behind the ball here, Mkhitaryan. I wouldn't let him. Let Ashley Young do it. But everybody's got to be on their mettle at Anfield. Everybody, you might not have a good game, but if you try hard, that is really important. You cannot bottle tackles like that.
No, I mean, these are the sort of games that you're supposed to thrive in, aren't you? I mean, if you can't get yourself up for a game like this, then then you've got a problem.
Smalling and Valencia just chopped each other down. Jones does the right thing. We're not winning enough second balls for me. Liverpool are winning the first and second balls too much, which is a bad sign. And we've got an offside there. Starting to get a little bit nervous here, because Nicky says Herrera's garbage. I think Herrera's started off quite well defensively. His passing's been off, but
I mean, Lukaku's has had nothing of any service whatsoever so far.
no, we've created
Either,
nothing.
so yeah.
And I did say that in the week. I said if we come away from Anfield without scoring a goal, then we failed. Even if it's 0-0, we failed because they are awful at the back. And if we don't test them at the back, then that's a shocking indication of how we've played, really.
Lukaku's off here down the right hand side, running the channel.
Yeah, he'll keep it in as well. It's going to hold it up. He's done well. He needs a pass though. Where's the bloody support here? Into the box, chip across. No one's going to get on the end of that, unfortunately.
No.
But just look.
I mean, we
not
just
the same
seen
at the
2
moment.
minutes ago. I mean, 2 minutes ago, Martial's run at Matip and got the foul. So it proves that their defence are absolutely terrified of pace there.
Well, Lukaku just skinned. Was that Lovren?
Yeah.
If we can expose them. But Liverpool, I would agree, Liverpool are starting to come into this. And you know why Liverpool are coming into this game? They were rubbish in the first 10 minutes, and we've been rubbish for 20 minutes. And they're now they're growing in confidence, which was always the problem. You know, we needed to be on our game. We're not. We're being quite wasteful, and when that wastefulness becomes consistent, the opposition will start to grow in confidence, and the crowd will start to grow off that as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. The crowd will end up being like a 12th man for them. Well, 13th if you count the ref.
Valencia headed away. Come on, United. This is embarrassing at the moment.
See, Mourinho's on the touchline there shouting.
See, Lukaku, where's the support for Lukaku? There, he's got like 3 players
Ref.
around him.
Ref, for Jesus. Again.
Oh, come on. Doesn't give it. He's having a laugh. The ref's a joke. He really is. Ashley Young off the ball there, gets chopped down. Doesn't get a free kick. 5 minutes ago, gets a free kick given against him for something far, far less.
This is awful. This referee is backing out of every decision for us. He ain't going to give us nothing.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Good build-up play from United there. And Ashley Young's running through and gets chopped down. We predicted this, though. We knew this. We knew Martin Atkinson was dodgy. And what can you do?
I think that's the third time Ashley Young's been had a foul on him, and he's not given it. So maybe his reputation is going before him.
Yeah. I don't think he had any reason to go down then, though, really.
No, he was through.
This is what United need to do. Just keep hold of the ball a little bit. That long ball's no good from Valencia. I mean, long ball's okay, but not when you're building up your play.
I mean, United, it's not been a good start for United in all truth, but it's very hard when we're not going to get these decisions. I mean, there's been a couple of times there where we should have had free kicks in dangerous positions, and we've not had it.
I mean, United to me do look like a team that's been on a 2-week international break. They look. It's a bit like the Stoke game when we came back last time as well. It's it looks a little bit lethargic, but I've got to be honest. I hope he'll turn it around, but I don't get why Mkhitaryan's starting today. I don't really see the point. We're not keeping hold of the ball. He's running round. He's not putting tackles in. I've not seen him have the ball in the final third once yet. I've seen Lukaku and Lukaku and Martial and Young running with the ball. The game's just passing him by, and you can't have that.
I really thought Mata would have started this game. I mean, he seems like the type of individual that's...
Well, it's Wanfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's perfect for it, but... We're not playing well today, says Kwame. Not so far. Prog for Prog says Darmian will cost us the game. I mean, Darmian's not really the problem at the moment. I'm not saying he's not a weak point, but he's not the problem. The problem at the moment is we're not retaining the ball enough. It's turning into a defensive display. I totally disagree that we're parking the bus. I don't think we're set up to park the bus. I just think we're not offering anything. Another cross into the box. Valencia clears it.
I mean, our forward players are not—they're not getting up there quick enough to support Lukaku, and
no, it's like, Liverpool are hunting in packs. Like Ashley Young there, he's got nothing with him, and he gets 3 Liverpool players around him. Same with Lukaku.
And he's got to turn back and try and hold up the play to get some support up there to give a pass.
Well, half an hour in, somebody was asking. Richard Stainer says it's embarrassing. No creativity in the middle, says Jermaine. I mean, look, Mkhitaryan picks the ball up there. He's got loads of space, and the first thing he does is pass it back because he's not aware of what's going on around him at all. He's the number 10. Have a look behind you before you receive the ball. You could have turned. There's no point passing it back. We're stuck in our own half at the moment. You're the number 10. Your job is to make things happen. It's like he's on a day trip in a United 11 here. He's not good enough.
Good ball there from Herrera to Ashley Young. Oh.
He's still ahead of me.
Oh. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I did. I'm upstairs. I can't pause it upstairs.
Ooh, good hit by Matic. Just wide. On the volley. Nice for Matic to open his account. Just sort of dropped to him. Ashley Young running down the right. Puts the cross in. Liverpool head it clear, but it drops to Matic. Sort of towards... No, Mkhitaryan heads it down. Oh, it's not far off. He catches it perfect.
No, it's not. Yeah.
It's curling away. It's unstoppable if it's half a metre lower. Mingale's not saving that. It's a great shot.
So, nearly 30 minutes in. Apart from that shot from Matic there, I can't recall United doing anything else so far.
No, I don't think your 4-0 is likely. But
I'll still
we have scored 4 in the last 5 minutes a few times, haven't we? But United United have got the better team. What United need to do is just feel their way into this game. There's still time. I know half an hour's gone, but there's still time. We just need to get comfortable with the ball. And if we do that, then the class will show through.
Yeah.
We're just not having enough of the ball in the final third.
I mean, Klopp's teams are known for hunting the ball down, aren't they? So it's not as if we're not prepared for it. So Jose should have had some sort of plan, backup plan. And
yeah, I mean, Liverpool aren't in the ascendancy by any means, but I'd say they're slightly ahead at the moment in relation to the balance of the game. And I think at the moment United are having a lot of the ball, but Liverpool got virtually everybody behind the ball. So United's game isn't really about breaking down teams who sit deep. It's, we're good on the break. Mkhitaryan, don't know whether he should have hit that shot, but Martial's got it out on the left. Stands his man up. Matic.
Yeah. Do you know what? I would have thought Martial would have had a go there.
Yeah.
Run at the defender after what he's just done to Massive about 5-10 minutes ago.
Jack Brown says, where's your famous atmosphere? I think it is pretty much like a morgue at Anfield again. Same last year. I don't know. I mean, obviously they don't spend a lot of time watching Liverpool games, certainly not when they're at home, but they're not the powerhouse of Anfield anymore. I don't understand why. They've still got the Kop, haven't they? So
Alpo Martinez says that's what we're doing, taking the sting out of the game. Yeah. But if we've got to take the sting out of the game, then surely we've got to try and capitalise on it, which so far we've not managed to do. Liverpool just playing it out the back at the minute.
It's not surprised me this game though. I mean, I know we were all really excited about it, couldn't wait all the build up, but it's not surprising that after an international break, Saturday lunchtime kickoff, it doesn't go off like a bottle of pop. And to be honest, I think a lot of that is also down to, Klopp doesn't want it to go off like a bottle of pop, really. He knows he hasn't got a team that can score 5 goals. Here's Lukaku. He's got 4 men around him, though. He ain't going to do it.
No.
Where's the support? Why are 2 Liverpool midfielders able to get back and tackle Lukaku there, but we have got no United player within 10 metres of him? It's disgraceful. It's Mkhitaryan again. What is he doing? He's the number 10. Henderson and somebody else, might have been Can, absolutely legged it back and got the ball off Lukaku. He had 4 players around him. No United player close to him. And that's Mkhitaryan's job. He is an absolute disgrace in a United shirt today. He'll probably go and score a goal, and I really hope he does. But it's like playing with 10 men.
This midfield just aren't getting up there to support Lukaku quick enough. And Mkhitaryan is the first 33 minutes, he's had a horrendous game. And again, in a big game, he's gone missing. I mean, surely Jose must be looking at this and thinking, the number 10 is not doing the job. He's not linking up the play.
No. I spoke
Good
about
save, Dave. Good save.
Firmino. Oh, what a save.
Oh.
And then wide from Salah. Well, De Gea's just kept us in it there. That's where the game did change, because that chance was massive for Liverpool. They should be 1-0 up. I don't think we can say, they're just winning it on the balance of play at the moment. They've had the best chance. Poor defending. Firmino absolutely skins Matic, cut back, and I think who I don't know who had the shot. I think it was the centre back. I think it's Matip off his edge of the 6-yard box. Does really well. It's just a brilliant foot save by De Gea. But again, Jones doesn't clear it properly, and there's 3 Liverpool players in our 6-yard box queuing up to shoot. I don't know where our players are. I don't know what we're doing.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think with Jones and Smalling in the team, there's going to be a mistake somewhere. And Phil Jones there not clearing his lines properly.
Liverpool are buzzing all over our midfield at the moment. That's where the game is changing. They're dominating the midfield. And I know Mourinho doesn't like to make subs early on, but for me, another foul on Herrera not given. He's not giving us anything. He needs to sort this team out, because Mkhitaryan is like a wet fart. He really is a waste of time. He's doing nothing in the attack, and defensively, he ain't got a bloody clue. We are playing with 10 men. That's the problem. We spoke about this, I'm sure. We've spoke about this a few times this season, about Mkhitaryan and his stat padding in the last few minutes of games. And Liverpool are in again. They've overcooked the cross, luckily. And Martial needs some help here. How is that not a foul? He's not bloody giving it either. No. You have to knock a ball out for nowhere. We're up against the referee who doesn't want us to win. And then we're playing with 10 men. And now he wants to try and have a word with Lukaku. Matthew McFadden says, I love Mkhitaryan, but his decision making has been poor this season. Shoots when he should pass, dribbles when he should shoot, subpar half again. I think he needs to come off. De Gea has kept us in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd hate to say it, but I think if that was any other goalie apart from De Gea, that's 1-0.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. He's brilliant with his feet. Absolutely brilliant with his feet. So, say it how it is. Unfortunately, them 3 things we were talking about that you need to have to win this game today was a good formation, which I think we have got, but the players need to turn up. They haven't. And we needed discipline, because the ref needed to be sensible, and he's not either. So 2 out of 3 at the moment are going against us, but the players need to sort a big part. I mean, we're just getting cut open too many times. De Gea is furious.
Just watching that save back. What a save that is by his left foot.
It's brilliant. But then look at the clearance. Salah should score.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
102 clean sheets in 279 appearances for United for De Gea. But we've really got to get a foothold in this game now. That should have been It should be a wake-up call for United. It should be a wake-up call for Mourinho.
No, we've got a foul here on Martial at last.
Yeah.
It's a good turn by Martial. Get Mata on, says Nicholas B.
I'd back that as well. I would have said Mata as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's a little guy. He's not the quickest, but he would show more fight than what Mkhitaryan would in this game. But it's still 0-0.
I was just thinking that it's still 0-0, and there's an ironic bit of banter if we nicked a goal before half time, because Liverpool will be like, "How's that happened?" But it is 0-0. We're not losing. I think we probably should be losing now. De Gea's save was sensational, and United's performance has deteriorated badly. But it's 0-0. Which again, Marcus and everyone at home, just shows what we've been saying for 2 weeks. This Liverpool team isn't that good. I think if this was City, they'd probably be 2 or 3-0 up. They'd punish us. Liverpool have not really punished us. So they need a big, big kick up the backside. This is where Mourinho earns his money.
Well, I always think traditionally under Mourinho, the sides come out, United especially, they come out better in the second half.
Yeah. And that'll be in the back of Liverpool's head, hopefully.
Yeah.
Just got to stick in the game, haven't you?
So I've noticed now we've changed corner takers. Ashley Young's taking this one instead of Mkhitaryan.
He needs to get Mkhitaryan off. I know people like Mkhitaryan. I like Mkhitaryan, but this season he has been stat padding. He's been awful. Cross from Young, cleared by Liverpool. Do we win the second ball? Do we out?
I've got to be honest. I can't remember the last game where Mkhitaryan had a solid performance.
We need to stop fouling, says Jack Boy. I don't think we're fouling that much. I just think the refs pretty much gives everything against us and doesn't really give much for us. But I'm not going to hide behind the ref. He has been poor, but we've been poor. So, we've said all season we've not spoken about referees as much as we did last year. And I like that because you take care of your own business. And if United had turned up, he's infuriating me, Mkhitaryan. I don't really... where he is now, you've got your 4-4 and you've got Lukaku up front. You could take Mkhitaryan off. He's just lost another tackle there.
Yeah.
You could take him off, and we could play with 10 men and take Mkhitaryan off, and it wouldn't change what's happening in this game because he's doing nothing.
If you go to ground like that, you've got to make sure that you win the ball.
Another shot on goal, another save by De Gea, which he should save, but that all comes because Mkhitaryan loses a 50-50 and then gives up.
It's all right him tracking back and being in the position, but he's not winning his tackles. There's no effort.
You're right. Tracking back is irrelevant if you're not actually making the tackles. You may as well just not be there. And when you're getting pushed off the ball by Salah, that says a hell of a lot about your physicality and suitability for this sort of game. He's not suitable.
If he's not suitable for this sort of game, though, Mark, the Premier League is a tough league, no matter who you play.
I think Mkhitaryan's been here a year and a bit now, and he... I think he's skating on thin ice for his career at United. I do. Why is he not? I was massively concerned when you're playing bottom of the league Crystal Palace and you get subbed off after just over an hour for a bad performance at home. If you're not able to do it against teams like that, I think, as I said to you at the start of this game, Mourinho obviously thinks he can trust him, because I wouldn't have trusted him for this game. I don't think he's done anywhere near enough to be trusted. And Matt is very consistent.
He's doing it again. He's just standing in front of Coutinho, just letting him go by.
Yeah, well, he's just give up.
Yeah. He looks lost, mate. He really does. And
so Coutinho gets it on the edge of the box. Mkhitaryan's the man. Herrera comes to help him, and Mkhitaryan just gives up. Just stops. Disgrace. The bloody disgrace. Absolute disgrace performance. I'll say it how it is. United player or not, he has been shocking this half. You should not see the second half.
Yeah, he came in with a big reputation for all his assists and everything. I've got to say, overall, for the amount of time, the length of time he's been here, I've been quite disappointed.
Well, there's a larger picture maybe with Mkhitaryan, but in the immediate future, I am not happy in relation to this game. This is a game that's still 0-0, like Marcus was saying. We can still get something out of this game. We are being dominated at the moment, but it's 0-0.
Saying that,
Martial.
oh, Lukaku.
Into Lukaku. Should have scored. Doesn't score. What a save. Ashley Young. Well, we had a good chance there. Good play by... See, Martial again. Martial making it happen. Now Salah's away against Darmian. This is where people who worry about Darmian have their heart in the mouth. There's a brilliant interception by Valencia because Young hadn't tracked the run and he was in. Oh, strong by Lukaku. Oh, come on, ref.
That should have been a foul, surely.
What's he on the floor for there?
Here we go. Here comes the dirty tactics from the bin dippers. Rolling around as though he's been shot. Look, nothing happened to him.
Well, he slid in two-footed.
Yeah.
He slid in. Lovren slid in two-footed, missed Lukaku and the player. And if he'd done that on me, I'd have stamped on his head as well. I don't care. Watch this back. Lukaku's got it. Lovren slides in late on Lukaku. And maybe Lukaku stands on his head. If he is, we're going to lose a striker for a few games. But not in this one.
He's still watching the play as he's moving. No way is that intentional.
Not even a mark on his face.
No.
What's he on about?
Nothing on there. Let's watch it back.
Here we go.
He's not... He don't even touch his head, does he?
Catches him with the other leg.
Does he?
He ain't getting a ban for that, let's put it this way. No intent. And if there was intent, I hope there was, because it was very subtle, but there was nothing there in that. Good chance for Lukaku though before that. Keeper looked like he did quite well, Marcus, to be fair. Good build. They haven't shown that back, obviously, because it's a United chance at Anfield, but it was a good bit of build-up play by Martial, and they got Lukaku in, edge of the box, on his strong foot. Yeah. You could say he should have scored it, but keeper made a good save, and he wasn't that close to the goal. It was edge of the box sort of thing. So, but
again, it's come through Martial, hasn't it? The danger.
Yeah. I just hope we can get to half time because I think Mourinho needs to sort some things out in this. Well, I mean,
defensively, there's not much to sort out. We've been quite sound. It's the middle of the park that needs sorting. They're getting too much freedom in there.
Yeah.
Purely because Mkhitaryan is not getting his foot in. Yeah, look, I think Lukaku should have put that one away.
Oh, yeah, he should. If it's a bit lower,
yeah,
he's a lot closer than I thought. Good play by Martial and keeper, really.
No, I mean, just watching the foot back on Lovren, that's totally accidental. He's not even looking at him. He don't even know where he is on the floor.
So, half-time at Anfield, and we've not really learnt a hell of a lot, other than probably our sort of worst fears, really. Defensively, good, we've turned up. Offensively, I think I can sum it up in one word. Ernest saying Martial's amazing. I think Martial's lived off scraps, much like Lukaku, although he probably should score that chance. But then again, De Gea made a worldie, so it equals itself out. A little bit lucky to be going in 0-0. Having said that, Lukaku had a great chance. Liverpool had a great chance. It's 0-0. It's 1-1. What difference does it make? But for me, there's one thing that needs to be done at half-time, Marcus, and that is Mkhitaryan needs to come off. If we want to, we can still win this game. We need to sort of forget the first half, and we need to get him off ASAP.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And I think the majority of the comments agree as well. He's not shown up at all. He has the tradition of not showing up in the big games, and this is a game where we need all 11 players to do their job, and they're coming at us because of Mkhitaryan. he just doesn't seem there. I saw a comment earlier, I think it was from EXG, saying that Mkhitaryan lost his nan a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't
that
blame
could.
him.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is that, but the obvious change is to get him off, to get Mata on. I think this game is crying out for a bit of creativity, a bit of link up from the number 10, and I think Mata is the one to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things we could do, but the harsh fact. And Marcus, if you want to pop off and have a little break for a couple of minutes, that's fine. It's the thing. There's lots of things we can do. The harsh truth, whether you like Mkhitaryan or not, and I do like him. I just have been very aware for a number of weeks that he's kidding you. He's not, subbed off against Palace. Rubbish. Today, he started very early in the game. Salah in his own half, 50-50 challenge. Mkhitaryan didn't even bother. Salah then goes on a run, and that's been consistent. There was one again with Coutinho towards the end of the half. Just gives up. He's running around. He may as well not be there. Of course, he's tracking back, but he isn't making any tackles. And then he's not been involved in anything offensively. I mean, he's the number 10. That chance for Lukaku comes from Martial, who actually more or less was playing in the number 10 position. Get him off. Get him off. Bring another midfielder on, or get Lingard on. Put Martial up with, bring Lingard on the left and put Martial as the number 10. I think that would cause Liverpool more problems. But Mkhitaryan's got to come off. I tell you what, I don't think he will. It's a bit like Mourinho and his Fellaini thing, which obviously has been working recently. I'm not saying that, but last season it didn't, and he kept using him. This season, he just seems to want to play Mkhitaryan all the time, and I don't get it. And I thought it was a big rip. I mean, a lot of people wanted to say Darmian was the weak link. As soon as I saw Mkhitaryan playing, I was like, why do we think he can turn up in a game like this where it's going to be hard work, graft? He's not that sort of player. So, yeah, Mata on for Mkhitaryan, says Sandeep. I totally agree. Few people saying Darmian's been poor, but he's not been that exposed. It's and of course, like David says, we miss Pogba. But to be fair, Liverpool will be saying, "I wish we had Mane." Imagine what we'd be doing to that United side. So it swings and roundabouts. The reality is, I believe, Marcus, that our team should be beating that Liverpool team. But at the moment, a draw is probably about as much as we can hope for.
Yeah, I mean, you would have said a draw before the game. You wouldn't have took it. We prefer a win, obviously, but now, I mean, after that first half, is a draw such a bad result now? Probably not.
I still wouldn't take it.
No,
I just still think 0-0 at half time. Can we be that bad again? I'll still twist on the second half and hope that we can produce it. But I know what you mean. If it continues like that, I probably would take a draw. But
yeah.
De Gea's looking strong.
I mean, let's face it, the goalies are the reason why this is 0-0. De Gea with a cracking left foot save. Mignolet, with a standard save, I would say. If it was low, I think it's in from Lukaku. But it is literally, virtually straight at Mignolet. So Chad's still saying that am I still going with 4-0? Yeah, I'm still going to go with it. Just because of the second half. But I'm just going to nip off and fill my coffee up, Mark, and then I'll be back, okay?
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Right.
So, what is everybody saying? We can still win, says H Gaming. We need Mata and Rashford, says AD Chevy. I think Martial's been fantastic, so where do you fit Rashford in? Because they normally change for each other. Lukaku world class, says Dato Dial. I think Lukaku, nobody's ever said Lukaku's world class. I'm not going to judge Lukaku on this game. He's very isolated because he's getting nothing from Mkhitaryan. It's very physical for him, and it's Lukaku needs support. Should he score that chance? Yeah, he should do. It's on his left foot. He needs to, if he hits it on the ground, it's 1-0 to United. But I'm just looking at the De Gea save there. It's probably one of the saves of the season so far. It's absolutely amazing with his feet, and Liverpool definitely should have scored that. Salah probably should have scored the follow-up. So, based on clear-cut chances, I think both teams have had one. So it's 0-0. It could be 1-1. It's our first real test. As Nicholas Myers says, we miss Pogba. Of course we miss Pogba. It'd be nice to have Pogba in a game like this, but Liverpool miss Mane. So over a season, you're going to have games that are going to be tough. And I do feel that if we were at the Etihad or we're at Stamford Bridge, we'd probably be 1 or 2-0 down, because Liverpool are not a good team. And we have given them way too much possession because we are pretty wasteful. Let's be honest. But it's 0-0. It's 0-0, and I still don't accept a draw. I still think we can go and win this game. But I think Mourinho needs to make changes, and that change has to be Mkhitaryan. It's no agenda. He's just not doing anything. And will he change at half-time? I don't really remember Mourinho changing it at half-time many times. Certainly not this season. So I think we'll see the same again for 15 minutes. And the important thing is that in that 15 minutes, we don't concede a goal. I think with 45 minutes to go, if Liverpool were to score first, we're probably not going to win the game. We'd be looking at a draw, but I'd be looking to get Mata on in this game, because he knows that Mata's Premier League proven. He's played that position. He is tenacious, and he knows what he's doing. I mean, I think they're trying to say that Lukaku should get sent off. There's no way. If he gets an FA ban for this thing, which he doesn't actually do anything, he's just running away. There's nothing in that. You cannot say that was done on purpose. Martial at number 10, Rashford on the other side, says someone's mistake. I'd love to see it. But Darth Vader says bad tactics by Jose. Sit back yet again. I disagree. I'm going to defend Mourinho on that. I don't think we've parked any bus. I don't think we've sat back. I think the problem is we've intercepted a lot, but when your number 10's invisible, how are you meant to do anything? And I think that's the problem. Rashford for Mkhitaryan, says Paul Robinson. Artes says the whole team sucks except De Gea. I disagree again. I think Valencia's been fantastic. He's made a couple of really good interceptions. I think there's been a lot of endeavour. I think Herrera and Matic and Jones and Smalling have worked really hard. I think Young has been a bit unlucky with the referee, and I think when he's had the ball, Martial's looked really good. And I think Lukaku's really leading the line like a beast that he is. Unfortunately, we used to say it about Rooney. If your right winger's playing like Mkhitaryan is today, you get by. But when your number 10's playing like Mkhitaryan has today, or Rooney has in the past, it really does cause you a problem. And yeah, Mourinho's got to earn his quan. He's got to earn it, and I hope he does. I hope he does. Young's played well, says Emu Blaze. LVG beat the top teams, I agree, so it's come to reality. And Darmian's been poor, says I am Jonesy. United are defending with dumb and dumber. No chance of a clean sheet, says Chad Sproul. Well, if we get a clean sheet today, we get at least a point. And Pankach says Mata for the winner. Well, we'd all love that, wouldn't we? We can still win this game. But I disagree with 20 times. I don't think we've parked the bus at all. If we were parking the bus, we wouldn't be playing a number 10. Some people could say we're not playing a number 10. Mkhitaryan's not actually playing, but it's not a number 10. We're not playing. We're not parking the bus. A couple of people saying Herrera needs to go off. I don't know. I don't get that. We're all watching the same game. I don't get that at all. Herrera's distribution's not been great, but his tenacity is absolutely imperative in a game like this. Matic has done well, but Matic hasn't got the speed across the ground that Herrera's got, and that there was that bit of play where Mkhitaryan gave up, and if it wasn't for Herrera, we would have lost Coutinho there, and he would have been in. Lukaku seems to lose his composure during the big game, says Ditto. He's probably frustrated, and he's very, very isolated up front.
I'm back.
He's back. All right, Marcus is back. He's going to give you his thoughts. I'm just going to pop for a quick toilet break. It'll be 1 minute.
Okay. My thoughts on the first half. I think we're not being creative enough. We're not pressurising them enough when we don't have the ball. We're not creating anything of significance apart from the Lukaku chance. So, bit disappointing for United in that sense. But as it's still 0-0, anything can happen. So let's take some comments. Marty McDonald says Rashford on for Mickey and Mata on for Young. Peaceful person says Salah eats Red Devils for lunch. Let's have a look. Sandeep says Young should go back to left back, Rashford on for Darmian, and Mata for Mkhitaryan. Mata for Mkhitaryan, definitely. I do think we're lacking creativity, and Mkhitaryan just does not do it for me in this game. It doesn't suit him at all. It's your boy says, no, mate, we're here for Mark, STFU. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Look at their defence. Shambolic from Samuel.
Told me to watch out for a knock on the door.
Smith Brad says, stop parking the bus. I agree with Mark. We're not really parking the bus. It's just
It's got no
that
air in it, yeah?
we're not really getting anything in the ball, are we? To be creative with it. Man United list says game's not worth the hype yet. No, it's not. Been very disappointing from a United point of view. The manager Midic says Mickey off.
Is he off, or is that just a hope?
No, that's just a hope.
All right.
MUFC rules says bring Pogba on. I wish we could. A lot of people in the comments saying, yeah, Mkhitaryan to come off, get Mata on. A couple have said Ashley Young go for left back and Darmian to come off and get Rashford on.
Yeah.
MUFC Banter says hello.
I mean, of course,
Mr.
the one thing we have missed is that let's not forget what are Liverpool thinking. Because if you're a Liverpool fan, you're at home. You've had the best of that half. You've had one clear-cut chance, but so did United. I mean, we're all having a moan because we've really not turned up. I mean, that's our biggest problem. We've not turned up. Liverpool, have they turned up? Or have they given it their best shot? It's still 0-0. So, you know, maybe, you know, we are not happy, but maybe Liverpool are not happy either because they've thrown. And remember, we're a good second half team.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, yeah, we are. So hopefully the second half can only get better from our point of view. We've got to get hold of the ball. We've got to create a lot more, and I think this is where Mata comes in because Mkhitaryan is just not doing it as an attacking threat. He really isn't. He's very static. When he's defending, he's diving in and not winning the balls. Yeah, they're just walking past him basically, and that has to improve in the second half.
Yeah, it does.
H Gaming says second half 2-1.
Well, I did say 2-1, so hopefully it'll happen. Teams are coming out, and Mkhitaryan's definitely still there, which is a disappointment straight away. Just want to say as well, we've hit 141,000 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. Thanks for that. If you are new, make sure that you do watch because we are live a lot throughout the week. 8 o'clock on Monday is our Skype show. Sunday Night Live's fantastic, 8 o'clock as well. So get involved with the community. Make sure make sure you have subscribed and you click that bell. And also, One Football. We interviewed Juan Mata in the week with them. Link is in the video description. It's a fantastic app. Make sure you download it. It's free on Android. It's free on Apple. Follow Manchester United on there. You get all your latest Manchester United news. And if you go to the matches section, there's a live tacker on everything that's going on with all the games throughout the afternoon. So if you want to know your assists and everything like that for your fantasy football, it's really, really good. But the game has kicked off. And I predicted that we would still see Mkhitaryan. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, very, very disappointed with that. I thought Mourinho really would have took him off. He's been really, really poor.
Well, he just had a chance to put the cross in there and he blew it.
Yeah. So it looks like, I know it's only 30 seconds, but come out on the front foot.
Yeah, well,
he's lost the ball there.
Things can only get better, as they say. Dareem.
I think Martial's had a decent first half.
Yeah, well, I think anybody who's shown any sort of creativity and intent in this sort of game is doing very well because it's nobody else is doing it, so you're doing it on your own a lot of the time. See, I think Herrera's done quite well. I know his distribution's not been great, but I do like the effort levels that he's put in.
Yeah, I think he's one of those players that you can rely on to do a job.
It's his speed across the ground. You know, Matic has probably been better, but it's his speed across the ground. If it was oh my God, Phil Jones.
What is he doing?
Like that.
Oh. Luckily it was offside. Phil Jones, that's the second mistake he's done. First half he didn't clear his lines. Second half there, what an awful pass that is.
Yeah, and it just gives, we started off okay and it gives them the momentum straight away, doesn't it? It was a stupid pass anyway. Matic doesn't want that pass. He's got 2 Liverpool players near him.
Thing is there, look, I mean, what is that? 4 or 5 yard pass?
Yeah, it's poor. Poor.
Always guaranteed a mistake.
Yeah.
With Jones or Smalling for that matter.
What I was saying about Herrera though is, I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people liked the Matic-Fellaini thing, but the trouble with Matic and Fellaini in this sort of game is it's the speed across the ground. What Herrera gives you is that he gives you that tenacity and speed across the ground, which is very important with a team like Liverpool, that is all about intricate passing and diving, which we've just seen from Coutinho there. They've got no physicality, Liverpool. They're just quick movers of the ball. So Herrera becomes very important.
Well, that's another thing as well. I mean, they're not strong on the ball, are they? So they are there to be roughed up, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah.
A bit of intimidation.
Fellaini would have been a waste of time in this game. I actually thought Fellaini would have been an asset, but how many times have we put the ball into their box? Not been anywhere near it, have we? So,
exactly, yeah.
So Fellaini would not have been I actually thought Fellaini would have been useful in this game, but he would have been just doing a lot of defending, side netting. But the game's just going to say, don't show me Klopp clapping the Anfield crowd trying to get him up. I will throw up on air. I cannot stand the bloke. It just reiterates exactly why I'm getting more and more frustrated, because we are allowing Liverpool to live under this fake reality that they are contenders and a big club because we are playing so badly. We're handing 3 points on a plate at the moment. That's the way I feel.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Johnny Ring says, they're still all right. They're all over us.
They're in the ascendancy. They've got a free kick again here. Look, for nothing.
It's just it's a carbon copy for the first half so far. Unfortunately, everybody, it's just continuing down that route.
I'm struggling to see. I think the way the first half has started, we'll be lucky to get away from Anfield with a point.
Well, yeah, it's just the same. He's got to change it.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm watching Mkhitaryan like a hawk now. He's not closing down quick enough.
Mourinho's a tactical genius. If we're seeing this, he can see it. It's like that cross that comes in there. He's just not... Mkhitaryan could have actually stopped the cross. He's just jogging around, which is all right if you're conserving energy to do something on the attack, but he ain't interested. If he's playing like this because his grand's dead, well, why is he even bloody playing? You know what I mean? If his head's not in it, why are we chucking into a game like Anfield? I feel really bad for him that his grand's died. It's horrible, but this is professional football. There's a lot of people engaged and interested in this game, and if he's not in it, he's played on. The ref's played on. Herrera gets his shirt pulled back, and he's bloody played on. Oh, it's a carbon copy of the first half. Mkhitaryan not here. Ref rubbish. United not getting out our own half.
The worst thing is, if Fellaini was fit, we know he would have played in this game in place of Herrera.
Yeah, and the way
the way this is panned out with Mkhitaryan not turning up, we'd have been playing with 9 men effectively, because Fellaini's pace in the middle would not have helped us whatsoever.
No, and it's just not been that sort of game. Oh, what? I mean, what is that by Mkhitaryan? Get off the pitch, you absolute joker. He's got loads of space to switch it to Young, and he gives it the left back of Liverpool. Left back of Arsenal would be more appropriate, actually. It could have gone to London. It was awful. His head's not in it. Maybe his head's not in it because of personal reasons, but that should be managed.
Thing is, though, how long do you think Mourinho's going to leave it for?
And at least another 10 minutes.
I would have done it at half time. It was glaringly obvious.
Well, the trouble is we've set the pattern, haven't we? We could have come out the second half, Mata on for Mkhitaryan, get hold of the game. Now what we've done, we've come out second half, lost control of the ball again, and Liverpool will build momentum. To be honest, it's poor from Mourinho so far. It is. He should have changed it at half time because nothing's changing. And it's not like we haven't got players on the bench. Mata's not even been on international duty. Mkhitaryan has. Here we go.
I'm just seeing that there, Mark.
Oh, what a save
by
De Gea.
Yeah, but he's letting him run.
Yeah, Mkhitaryan again.
Yeah, look. He could have quite easily put in a tackle there, but he's not. He's just let him run. I mean, it was offside, but Dave with a fantastic save again.
Mkhitaryan's fault again. I can't believe he's on the pitch. Chad Sproul says, Mark and Marcus, do you think Jose had to change his plans late and this is why it's not going to plan? No, because I think the only player that could have hurt him late was Rashford or Bailly, and neither of those are anything to do with the problem on the pitch at the moment. You know, Mata's fit. He's not been on international duty. Mata is sat on the bench getting splinters on his bottom. He's ready. That's the problem.
It's a really strange one. Really strange one. I really thought Mata would have been an absolute certainty to start this game. He loves playing at Anfield as well. He's got a good record at Anfield. I mean, if he's rested Rashford because he's been on international duty and put Martial on, he should have done the same with Mickey, to be fair. Because he's not offered nothing going forward, and defensively he certainly hasn't offered anything.
Well, the game's slowed down a little bit now, which, to be honest, as sad as it sounds, it plays into our hands because Liverpool aren't in our half. I mean, some people are saying that Mourinho's got a game plan and we'll just kill him in the last few minutes. I mean, Darmian's just given a foul throw there. When it's raining, it's pouring, isn't it? It's like, how does a professional footballer do that?
I mean, again, the second ball, we're losing it.
Yeah.
When Coutinho's just standing there in space, look. Oh. I hate to get on the Mkhitaryan bandwagon, but surely he should have been. I mean, look, what is he? 5-10 yards away?
Yeah.
Just standing there?
I can't, for the life of me, see why Mourinho's not seeing this, but.
So I think the only option off the bench. Well, we got two options, haven't we? Rashford and Mata.
Lingard's even an option, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, poor old Martial, 10 minutes, not seeing him do anything.
Well, I mean, we're not getting hold of the ball, are we? We're not. No.
Let's be honest, we're playing with 10 men. I mean, I know that sounds really derogatory and disrespectful, but we are. We're playing with 10 men. When somebody puts in a shift like Mkhitaryan has today, you know, we're more than happy to say it about Rooney and even Fellaini over the years, haven't we? So, you know, I know he's a likeable person, but you know what? You paid a lot of money to put that shirt on, and actually you're playing one of the most important positions on the football pitch.
Yeah.
What are Smalling and Herrera doing there? I tell you what, it's building towards a Liverpool goal because we are shocking at the moment. Everything, you know, we can't throw the ball. We're tackling it ourselves. There's only so long you can play like this in professional football before the opposition will punish you.
They're in.
Cross. Over the bar. Liverpool should have scored again. Emre Can. How he doesn't score that. He's literally on the 6-yard box. Little chip cross on the volley. I think he is left-footed. And he puts it over the bar. He should have headed it.
Yeah. I mean, again,
Sitter.
I hate to say it, but Mkhitaryan's there inside the area. He's let him run. He's run past him. Why has he not tracked the runner? Do you know what? I'm going to take away my 4-0 prediction, mate. I'm going to say let's get away from Anfield with a point. The way this is going, really don't want to lose this because we have been absolutely diabolical the second half.
I'll tell you what, if it ended now, I would say it's a very, very lucky point.
Yeah.
You've got to judge it on balance of chances. Yeah, we both had a chance in the first half, but Liverpool should have buried that. They should be 1-0 up. There's a point in a football match where you have to accept it, and we're not in this game at the moment. And Lingard's coming on.
Yeah, he's having a word with him.
I tell you what, if he doesn't take Mkhitaryan off, and if he takes Martial off, Jose can do one on this game because he's got to get Mkhitaryan off. He has got to do it. Look at him again. He's letting Jordan Henderson run at him now. Bloody hell.
You know things are bad when Jordan Henderson runs past you.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't think any United fan will stick up for Mkhitaryan today, and I feel sad. I do feel sad because he's a good player, but shocking.
I've seen some bad performances from players in my time, but this has got to be one of the worst I've seen from Mkhitaryan, a player of his quality. The game is just passing him by.
Yeah.
He don't look like he's not even asking for the ball.
I'm convinced that he did do. I remember Ross saying it at half-time in the Palace game, get Mkhitaryan off for Lingard, and I presume that is what we're going to do.
Well, it's the obvious one, isn't it? But with Mourinho, you can never tell.
Martial swap sides. Got 3 players on him. Little chip. Come on, United. At least do something here.
Get him off now. Get him off.
Young. We're in the box.
Makes a change.
Cross. No. Liverpool clear it.
But we've still got the ball. That's something we haven't done. Get a second ball.
So he swapped Martial out to the right at the moment, but Young's still out on the right as well. So I don't really know what we're doing. Throw into Liverpool, nothing comes of it. It'll be Martial off, says DWR Music. If it is, I tell you what, if it is, that's a disgrace. You know, whatever about tactics and taking Martial off, it really should be Mkhitaryan. It's so obvious. And it's taken us 15 minutes. And Mkhitaryan loses it again.
Do you know what? I almost feel sorry for the guy. He just looks like a lost sheep.
Darmian did well there. Corners Liverpool. But yeah, it goes up. It goes beyond being the player's fault. I always used to say this about Fellaini. You know, Fellaini doesn't pick himself for United when he used to play bad. He doesn't pick himself, and this has gone beyond Mkhitaryan's problem now. He doesn't. He's not pressing a button, keeping himself on the pitch. Mourinho should be taking him off, and for whatever reason, he's not doing it. But I tell you what, if we lose this game from this point, all I'm going to be doing over the weekend is saying we never turned up. I'm not going to be saying, oh, Liverpool are a good team. That's the frustrating thing. We've just been so poor.
Yeah, I mean, Coutinho, he looked dangerous on a couple of occasions in the first half, but not done nothing in the second half. Mind you, he's on the ball here.
Yeah, he's been very quiet, hasn't he?
Mm. Looking
for a penalty there. Soft.
Matic just lost it.
Well, he's got 3 players around him.
Yeah, no one there helping him.
Lazy. It's just effort will win you a game, and Liverpool are putting a lot of effort in, and we're not.
He can't keep the ball.
Oh God,
He cannot keep the ball.
It's been an absolute shower of nonsense. I nearly swore from Mkhitaryan. It really has been I mean, MU Blaze says stop hating on Mkhitaryan, guys. Mate, watch the game. It's not hate. This is just a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. There is nothing he's doing that's of any use. I'm not hating on him anyway now. Mourinho's got to take him off. This has got at best this has got a draw written all over it. Too much of the game's gone now. I'd love it if we nick it, but we don't deserve to nick it. I think Valencia played well.
Yeah, this had a good game written all over it.
Yeah, United haven't turned up, have they?
No.
And the embarrassing thing is, I've said it all week, and I've said it during this game as well. If we come away from here with 0, that is a disgrace. Liverpool's defence is awful, and we've not tested it at all. And I don't think that's because I think people want to say, "Oh, it's because we parked the bus." I think that's a real cop out. The reality is we haven't tested their defence because we've played with 10 men. Just make the bloody sub. Just make the sub. Yes, well done. Get him off.
That's on.
I don't feel good doing that, but absolutely atrocious. Really was. Now, we've got half an hour to try and change the game. No excuses now. We're hopefully going to go from 10 men to 11. I mean, for me, it probably should be Mata, but anybody over Mkhitaryan.
Well, it'll be interesting to see now where it looks like Lingard going to go out to the left.
I think Lingard will play at sort of number 10.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, chasing down.
Well, you know what? I know Lingard's is a streak of as well, but at least he's come through the youth. At least he knows what it's all about, and at least he'll put his foot in. That went out for a goal kick for us, surely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
let's give it a corner.
Let's give it a corner. Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. I don't think that was a corner.
Elliot Shaw says, who's been sent off? No one. Yeah.
Time. Go on, Lingard. What we have got with Lingard is a little bit more pace than we have with Mkhitaryan as well. And I think that's probably why he's not brought Mata on, because I think, as we've all been on about, the way this game's gone, it's Liverpool's, isn't it? So the only thing we're going to do is hit him on the break.
Yeah, and obviously Mata is not that quick. But hopefully now we just don't soak up the pressure and just knock it out and hope for the best. Here comes Rashford.
For Martial, I presume?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done all right, Martial. Tough game when you've got Darmian behind you, to be honest. But Martial hasn't done anything in the second half. I thought he was good in the first half, what he had, but second half he's not done a lot, to be fair.
Oh, I don't think he deserved to be subbed though.
You know, I agree. I'm fed up of saying it, but you know it's going to happen. He's never going to take Lukaku off, and I think he likes the work rate of Ashley Young, doesn't he? So if he wants to get Rashford on the pitch, he's only ever going to take Martial off.
Yeah, Lingard's done more already than what Mkhitaryan's done all game, I think.
Yeah. And all he's done is shoulder barge someone.
Yeah. But at least he's getting in their faces in the middle.
I mean, what I would say is what I've said at half time as well, as, you know, it's great as United fans we are being critical because we deserve better and they haven't been very good. But I must say, if I was a Liverpool fan, I don't know what you'd be thinking, because I think Liverpool have probably done everything they can do and they still can't score. They're not a good... I tell you what, City will come here and batter them, and if we were playing City today, they'd batter us. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely not look like we're at the races today.
And a lot of that does come down to the international break. I accept that, and it's tough to play a game of this magnitude after an international break, cold. Well, not cold literally, but cold like you've not played for a couple of weeks together, and momentum disappears.
Oh,
they're in here.
Yeah,
gets that pass right. They are in. Oh.
Lucky he's took a deflection, I think. And again, bit of a wayward pass from Matic.
Yeah, I don't think Matic has been that good today. I mean, I wouldn't say bad, because him and Herrera have had to do a lot of work, considering they had no Mkhitaryan in the midfield. They did a lot of running, but their distribution's not been very good. I just wonder which way this game's going to go now.
Well, I think the way
the
it's
Liverpool
swinging,
push to try and get a winner and risk getting caught out. I mean, part of you thinks, will Liverpool at some point think, you know what, a draw might not be bad for us?
Yes, it's almost as if the last 20 minutes is going to play out like a game of chess, isn't it? Who's going to make the move?
Well, they've got Sturridge who can come on. You can imagine what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
But it's whether they take an attacker off for an attacker, or do they think, you know what, United have been so bad, should we just have a go?
We've played two of our weapons already with Lingard and Rashford.
We can't even pass it out the back at the moment. We're just giving a throw in our own half.
Well, there you go. There's a stat here. Look, Romelu Lukaku has had the fewest touches in the game, with 17.
Shocking. For a team that scored so many goals against a team that's conceded so many, that is really poor, isn't it?
There was just no service to him whatsoever in this game.
Yeah, well, that just says it all. I mean, I agree with Jack Boy. If we could just nick this game, it would be bloody fantastic. I remember us doing it not that long ago. I think we did it under Van Gaal. We were awful at Anfield, and we nicked it. So look, there's nothing better than doing that. But I think regardless of, unless we just do something amazing in the last 20 minutes, I think there's a lot of questions to be asked about United today. A lot of people felt it was our biggest test of the season, which I do agree with. And I do think there are mitigating circumstances, but I can't help but feel that we've been masters of our own downfall today. And Mkhitaryan spent an hour too long on the pitch.
I mean, when you consider everything, yeah, Liverpool were there for the taking today. Their defence is not that great. They can't really defend as a team, but it's just a shame that we've had, like you say, Mkhitaryan was on for an hour too long. Not really for this sort of game, and we've not really played our game here at Anfield. It's almost as if like we're too scared to take the game to them. Almost as a mindset of like coming to Anfield and not being beat.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, we've not really... I wouldn't say we parked the bus, for, 70 minutes, because we have had a couple of chances, but it's nothing really exciting about us today.
No, and like you say, the worrying thing is, I mean, everyone goes, oh, Fellaini injury was bad news. Fellaini in this sort of game would not have... In my opinion, he would have made us worse, because Herrera's been essential because of the speed of movement around the ground. It's been a real defensive display, and they've nearly scored again.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Mourinho's just getting done by Klopp at the moment. He is. And let's face it, he has got no answer at all, and that's worrying against what I don't think is a very good Liverpool team. You wonder what they would have done with Mane.
Well, I think with Mane, mate, I hate to say it, but I think they'd be in front by now.
Yeah.
And it's only by De Gea and poor finishing that they're not in front. Oh, we got a throw in here. In their half. I mean, as a spectacle as well, it's not been the greatest game either.
No.
It's not really been a good advert for Premier League football.
See, well, it's just so disappointing. I mean, a lot of people are saying we've created nothing, and I think that's the big problem, isn't it? We've scored so many goals, and we've been so creative, and we are against an absolutely disgrace of a Liverpool defence, and we've done nothing, absolutely nothing. It's angry, it's frustration.
So yeah, the frustration is more towards that we've not really given them a game so far. We know we can do better, and we're all scratching our heads thinking, what the hell is going on today? Why are we not up for this?
I think apart from nicking a goal and then we would park the bus, I just don't think Mourinho can change it now, because the momentum of the game is already gone. You know, the pattern of the game is dictated. The only time for me he could have changed the pattern of the game was at half time, and you just come out a different team, and he didn't. He stuck with the same team, and the momentum continued the same. And now with 20 minutes, he's changing subs, but the pattern's already set. It's too late. You can't change the pattern of the game. The only time to do that was at half time, and he chose not to do it. I don't know why he didn't do it. So it's, you know, I'm sure Mkhitaryan will get a lot of stick, but to be honest, we give Mourinho a lot of praise, and I do. You know, I really do rate Mourinho. I think he's brilliant, but today I think he got it wrong. I think as things stands, we'll be very lucky to get out of the way with a point.
I think Smalling's picking up a card here.
It's not even a yellow card. That's soft.
When you think of what Wijnaldum just did to Herrera a couple of minutes ago, foot down the ankle.
He's trying to get him from the side.
Yeah.
The refs. Again, Liverpool should be kicking themselves. They've not won this yet. Yellow card for Smalling. They really should be kicking themselves. They've not won it.
How's that not a foul on Rashford? He's saying he got the ball, he never got it.
The ref's been a disgrace to the FA,
Yes.
but they'll love it. Oh dear. Very, very frustrating. Hard, painful to watch. Not because it's boring, just because it's like frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, the games we've had so far this season, they've been pretty decent. You know, some of them quite exciting to watch. But this one, it just looks like a typical after an international break performance.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because we were on a good run as well. I mean, even if we get a point out of this, we'll still be on the unbeaten run in the league.
Yeah, but City are going to beat Stoke, aren't they? And then there'll be 2 points clear. There's no excuse for us not to be going with City. I know Liverpool away is a difficult game, but we haven't. You know what? We might well walk away from a point with this game, and we haven't even turned up. Imagine if we'd turned up. You know, that's the frustration, isn't it?
Yeah. Imagine if we did actually come here to play a game of football.
Exactly.
I mean, Mourinho must be thinking now of just shutting up shop now, and if we can nick it, we'll take it. Klopp's probably thinking, what can I do to win the game? That's ours. How's that? Oh,
The ref's just not going to give us
I'll
anything,
give up with this. Yeah, give up with this.
Yeah, you know what? The ref has been a disgrace. Like, I don't want to go down that line too much because we have been as well. But the ref has been awful.
Liverpool got Sturridge coming on in a minute.
They're going to go for it.
Yeah, which could play into our hands. I mean, that should be a yellow on Herrera. If Smallings was a yellow. Oxlade-Chamberlain as well.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. It looks like Liverpool are going to go for it. And to be honest, fair play to them because we've offered absolutely nothing in an attacking sense. So why would they not have a go?
But signs of a great team, championship winning team, not playing well and picking up a result.
Yeah, I do understand that. Yeah, it's a fair point, but I think that's more in games like where you don't turn up at Swansea when it's your big rivals. That should be you shouldn't not turn up. I don't think that sort of fits with this because why are we not able to turn up against Liverpool away?
There's that. Yeah. But obviously, Mourinho just could not find an answer to break this team down. Salah's coming off.
Well, that's
a
good.
plus.
So they're not going too much.
Yeah. Oh, Coutinho's coming off as well.
So they're still, they're not going too much for it. Then it's just a change in personnel.
But their two best players are off the pitch.
Yes.
We know Sturridge has only got 1 foot. And we know Oxlade-Chamberlain ain't that great since he's moved to Liverpool. So this could work in Mourinho's favour. And I think if we can nick a win out of this now in the last 10 minutes, you probably have to say it was a bit of a balls up by Klopp taking them two off. Two most dangerous men in that team that have created anything in this game are off the pitch.
12 minutes to go. If we were to win this game, it would take... Well, a lot's got to change for us to even be in the position to win it. Well, like getting in their penalty box, but David Wilson says we're strong at the end. I've got a funny feeling we might book that trend today because I think there's just too many gears for us to go up. I mean, you said, Marcus, that why did Martial get taken off? Martial's not Martial. Rashford's not really done anything.
He hasn't done nothing. No, he hasn't. No.
Good cross by Oxlade-Chamberlain, that was. See, second ball, Liverpool, they're back on the attack. Liverpool should be kicking themselves if they don't win this game, in all honesty. Darmian's not getting tight enough to Oxlade-Chamberlain.
You can see the pattern already. Look, Oxlade-Chamberlain, right-hand side, he's just been told to get the ball in the box. But this is where, now on the counter-attack, this is where we can be dangerous with the change in personnel now.
Ashley Young should be getting there before Lovren.
Come on, United. Now, maybe these last 10 minutes, Mark, we might actually go up 3rd or 4th gear and give them a game now.
We can hope.
Well, all they're doing now, I mean, they're just leaving Sturridge up there now.
Who did they take off for Sturridge? So Firmino's still on, isn't he?
Yeah, Firmino's still on, yeah. Coutinho and Salah came off.
To be honest, those subs make me feel more comfortable, if I'm honest. But we'll wait and see.
I think we've probably got more chance of getting a nick in the goal now. I mean, looking over the game, it was those two that put us on the back foot.
Why is Can holding his head? He didn't even get hit.
I don't know. It'll say that, mate. That's probably a yellow card for Darwin there. A bit of a high foot.
Yeah, it should have been.
So,
10 minutes to go. Would you dare even start to think of a United man of the match? There's only one.
I'm glad you found one, mate, because I haven't.
Think of the number one.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, yeah, apart from De Gea, yeah.
It's got to be, hasn't it? That save's really the reason we're not losing this game. We've done nothing in it, so that save has basically got us a point so far.
But who could you pick apart from Dave?
I think the defence has done okay, but you know, Liverpool have still had chances, so I wouldn't say we've been watertight. I think we've. I think Liverpool will kick themselves, to be honest.
Yeah, I think both teams will kick themselves because I mean Liverpool, in terms of the chances that they've had, and United for thinking Liverpool were there for the taking after their last result and the way their back four is. I mean, we know Mignolet's a bit of a shaky goalkeeper as well. I mean, apart from the Lukaku chance in the first half, he hasn't been tested at all. We've not even had a shot this second half, have we?
No. Yeah, as I said, you know you've been poor when Liverpool get a clean sheet against you. You know.
I mean, how's that not a foul on Rashford? He's dragged to the ground. Dave again.
He has. The ref's been a disgrace, hasn't he? The only thing I'm surprised about he hasn't given us a penalty against us, but there's still time.
Well, it's not over until he blows, but I'd be glad if he blew now, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, I can't see it. I mean, would you want to play another 20 minutes after this to see if we can get a goal? Because I think, you know, no, you just... Let's get it done. Let's move on. The thing that might frustrate me is if Mourinho comes out and says it's a good point. I think it's a very lucky point. I do think if Liverpool had had Mane, they'd have won. I mean, Rashford's been crap. Let's be honest. He's sort of had a couple of passes in the last few minutes, and he's been really poor. So I think that substitution was wrong.
Bit of a waste, wasn't it?
Yeah. Martial didn't look tired. I think it was just he always wants to make that substitution. There are still question marks about Mourinho, and I think there'll be a few more in United fans today. You know, I always feel I did say, you know, 6th to 1st. It's a hell of a battle to do that, and if he does it, it'd be a bloody good achievement. But I still think there are question marks over some of the things Mourinho does, and I think that Mkhitaryan one today is down to him. It sort of it set the tone for the whole game, and we've not been able to get out of that groove. Even, you know, Lingard for Mkhitaryan was the right thing to do, but we've not been able to change the momentum of the game.
Not even the substitutions have had an impact. I mean, I think Lingard has had more of an impact than Rashford, purely for the fact that he's been getting in the faces in the midfield.
Yeah. Jared Pesserman made a contribution. He said, for the way we played this game, it would be a good point. Yeah, I'd agree with that now. I'm just very, very angry. Oh, he's going to book Ashley Young, is he? Yeah. I tell you what. Oh, I can't even say what I was going to say about Martin Atkinson. There are things I'd like to do to him, and they wouldn't be nice. Cretin, absolute cretin of a man. He's not ruined the game for us, because I think, like Jared says, if we got a draw, it would be a good result for us. But
Firmino's come off. Solanke is on. Well, if ever there's a time for us to go for it, it's now. So we got ahead of there. Herrera. Rashford's on his way. Oh, unlucky boy. Well, you would have thought as well that we'd have been testing that Gomez down the left-hand side.
yeah. Well, I think he's got it right, hasn't he? When all said and done, I think Mourinho's decided about 20 minutes ago that he wants a point here, and I'm not happy with that. In a normal season, I think Manchester United versus Liverpool at Anfield, a point's not a bad result, but City are going to win this afternoon. We're going to lose ground on them. And look, Liverpool should have won this game. There's no genius tactics from Mourinho today. He's not set us up brilliantly defensively. We've given at least 2 sitters away. So I think it's just luck. Luck is all around us. That's what I would call it.
Yep. I mean, if we get away with a point, he is very lucky to get away with it.
And I think it's on him. You know, I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, Mkhitaryan was rubbish" and all that, and I totally agree. He was, but I'm not having that. You know, I love Mourinho, as many people will know, but he got it wrong today. Big game, and he got it wrong. The fact that Lukaku's had the least touches on the pitch, and we've had 1 shot on goal, and we've let Liverpool get a clean sheet. I'm sorry, you've got to take the L with that. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And Liverpool haven't, set themselves up to defend or anything like that.
I think Liverpool played their game. They know their strengths. They've had a couple of good opportunities. They should have scored. But thankfully, to the best goalie in the world, it's still 0-0. And for the fact that they couldn't finish. So they got a throw in here. Just going to be thrown into the box. Away for a corner.
Still time to lose this yet.
Yeah. But in the same thing, there's still time to win it. For us. So we've got 3 minutes added on. Another corner.
Just end the pain.
Very disappointing.
Oh, they had it over the bar there. They could have won it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only positive thing Mourinho could say after the game is the fact that it's 0-0.
He's a lucky manager. He's a lucky manager. You know, we all want to praise him when he does things well, but today, crap. As a manager as well, I think he was poor today.
Yeah.
And the only thing I would say, as a Liverpool fan, is how didn't you win that game? You must be absolutely stunned that you've not won it. And that's a bad reflection on them, because, you know, we were shocking today. We talked about, oh, Liverpool are there for the taking, and I still believe that they were. But, you know, we were there for the taking.
Yeah.
What we got? Minute left. Bringing on Lindelof. We're definitely parking the bus now, mate.
Yeah. Ashley Young's come off then. Lindelof's on.
This is where Mourinho frustrates me as a manager in games like this. We should have won it. There's no excuse. This game should have been won today. And I know a lot of people are going to go, oh, well, you know, we've got a good point when we didn't deserve it. I'll be more worried as to why we've not won this game. Why we've not turned up for it.
There's a super chat come through, Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm not on there at the moment. What's it say?
Oh, sorry. It's from Des Reynolds. Thanks for the contribution. Says, absolutely shocking, worst performance. Liverpool are a poor side. Can't believe this game. Pathetic.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, mate.
Can I just say it's for €300?
Euros?
Yeah.
You sure?
I think, yeah.
You might have got your another header over the bar. And that's 0-0. I mean, the worrying thing there at the end is that Liverpool actually won the last two headers if they'd got them right. Who knows what would have happened? So thoughts, Marcus?
Well, I don't think you can say anything positive apart from De Gea with the save, another world-class save. He's kept us in the game, but overall, absolutely abysmal performance. And I think some of those players in that team, I'm thinking Mkhitaryan needs to take a long, hard look at himself.
Yeah, thanks for the comment from Des Reynolds. Absolutely shocking, worst performance. Liverpool are a poor side. Can't believe this game. Pathetic. Totally agree with you. Thanks for the contribution. You're absolutely spot on. Thanks for Mad Marcus for coming on.
All right, pleasure as always. Thanks for having me.
No worries. And obviously I'm going to do my match reaction now, which I do on a different stream. Don't worry, I won't be holding back. That's not how we do it. I've got a few notes from the game. Very, very, very frustrated. And we'll be saying it how it is. And I hope you're going to join me there. The link is in the video description. I'll literally be live on there in 60 seconds. Or you can go through the homepage. It's up. It's called Mourinho's Bottlers. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. As you can imagine, I'm going to unload a little bit. So, link in the video description, or go through the homepage. Be live in 60 seconds with my match reaction. I really want to know what yours is. I'll see you over there in 60 seconds time. Thanks for watching. Absolute rubbish, Marcus, wasn't it?
Mate, I've got to say, that's the worst performance I've seen